Okay, so last time obviously we started in the morning before the ball, got a few things done, got gussied up on the way to the ball. Once we was here, we'd had a few different things happen. Some fun drinking exotic drinks, exotic food, some gambling, some weirdness with one of your party members. And so yeah, so we're still at this point. So the timing down the bottom corner, even though I don't change it as we go along, that is the time it roughly is, which is about 7:30. um, yeah, so I won't necessarily change that time. The only reason I'll use that timer down there, which if you've got it on your screen, you can see it. I can press play and I can activate, and I may at times through the game use it as a timer for a timed scenario type things. But obviously, if I press play now, it may continue going on, and I won't want it to go so far. So I won't. I'll forward it as I see fit. On top of that, some of the people where they were standing, I moved them around just to make it feel a bit more like people are moving around, and I may move people around every now and again. So that puts us back to where we are. So who would like to do what? Just a quick recap as well. Sammy is up and obviously went to the kitchen. Very interested in the frying pan. Leonidas did follow Sammy, but obviously we had the problems last time and Chris couldn't quite do it. So he is there with you. Most of you are around the main hall. Pondra, I don't see you. Oh, you're up there.
I'm in the kitchen.
Fenton's upstairs. Not that most of you would know Fenton's disappeared up there. He's been wandering, but other than that.
Is Brad's mic cutting out for anyone else? Or is it just me?
Yeah, mate.
I'm going to restart
You need
this.
to get yourself an internet cable.
I'm going to restart
Well done, Chris. Well done.
Yep. Gotta be quick.
You had that one written down, waiting for the first person to have something.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Sounded like it, didn't
it? That's how I do it, Chris.
Yeah, mate.
There's still plenty of people to talk to who you haven't spoken to. Still, I went through your characters to see how far you'd kind of seen. So there's still bits you haven't seen, stuff like that. So, who wants to do what?
Cool. I'm gonna go for an exploration then.
I'm gonna. It won't let my character move.
What's that?
Keep saying this attempt takes you through a wall. I'm trying to get out of the kitchen.
Walk downwards above the guy. So there are invisible walls, and sometimes there'll be around things like that big table in the middle. You can't walk onto the big table because there's an invisible wall around it, which stops you walking onto the table. If for some reason you had to walk on the table, I would move you onto the table. But it is an invisible wall that stops you. There are other ones. So if you've got like down near the stage, you've got little banisters and stuff. There'll be invisible walls there. So if you find where it says that, make sure that you realise that the squares you're standing on, it may be that you've got an invisible wall next to you. Because that could be like that on lots of different maps. It's just how I've made the map essentially. So that gives you a good idea that there's an invisible wall there.
Brad, where I am now, are they stairs up or down?
Down.
All right.
You're up near the wide stairs, aren't you?
Is there another level above us?
So Adam did point this out to me, and I explained to him there was a thing with the stairs whereby the best way to look at the stairs is the shadow is on the downward side of the stair. So if you look, you always have the shadow of each stairs on the downward side. That doesn't always help, and sometimes I can put like a fade and stuff like that. There is like a little wooden arrow. The problem is there isn't a stone arrow, so that's why I'm not using them. I will try and figure something out in the future because it would be helpful to have something. But the only way you can really tell is that the shadow is on the side of the stairs that's going downwards, as it were. That's the best way I can tell you at the moment. So who would like to do what? Anyone want to do something different?
I'm just observing the main hall from above for the minute.
Okay.
The actual house hasn't got another level, has it?
It may have.
When we were walking up,
Huh?
when
No,
we were
not
walking
there.
up to it, did we not see that there was like how?
You believe there is another floor above this one,
Okay.
by there being kind of windows in the actual roof. Kind of there must be another floor because the roof is a fairly steep kind of roof with jutting out kind of window. I can't remember what you call them. Windows that kind of jut out from the roof itself.
Where's the normal bar, the free one?
The Alesmith will just serve you normal drinks.
Okay, cool.
Fenton, that's where he started.
Yeah, I'm just going to watch for a few minutes and finish off my tray of canopies and my ale.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with Sammy for a bit,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to do something after when I know he's more or less okay.
Yeah, so you walked up to him when you went to the kitchen, and he seemed to have purpose, but there wasn't nothing different about him. He didn't seem different in any way.
Um,
I think last time I was walking up to this lady.
Yes, that was the lady
You
danced
were
with.
you were dancing with her.
Starts with, yeah.
Yes.
You danced with her until the thing happened.
So I was interrupted.
Yes,
I do now have blonde hair.
you do.
Yes, you do have blonde hair now.
Are you going up to her then?
Fun?
Are you going up to her then?
I am, yeah.
She kind of looks at you and kind of recognizes who you are straight away, but doesn't really seem to know. Like you can tell she's kind of seen the change in your hair, but doesn't seem to be phased by it in anything.
Hello again.
Hello.
I'm sorry our dance got cut short.
Well, I could see that your friend was having trouble.
Yes. He seems to be okay now.
Okay, good. Was it the drinks? They do seem strong.
Yes, I think it might have been.
The sign of a good Owlsmith.
Yes. I just had a question, if you don't mind, about someone else at the party.
Okay.
That lady who just came in with Levi. Do you know who that is?
I know of her. I haven't really spoken to her before.
Right. Okay. What do you know about her?
I know she's a diplomat from the Balfouric Islands. A noble. I don't really know much else about her.
Right. Okay. It's been a pleasure.
Indeed.
I'll do a awkward bow and step away.
Just give you a little cutsy. Which I can't really do sitting in the chair. If I could do it.
I'm unimmersed now, Brad. I wanted a curtsy.
What's that?
I wanted a curtsy. I'm unimmersed. Yeah, I'll walk away.
I'll go up and grab a drink.
Oh yeah. What kind of drink are you getting?
Just grabbing a normal ale.
Okay, yeah, he's got plenty of those. Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything either. He seems to have like barrels underneath the table. The table itself doesn't have. It has like almost like a cloth curtain around the front half of it, so you can't see under it. But you presume he's got barrels and ingredients and stuff like that under there.
I'm just observing the party at the moment.
I'll walk over here if no one else wants to do anything.
Well, go on, you can pick up.
Yep. I'll walk back over to the guy I spoke to earlier.
Yep.
Okay. Hello again.
I can't remember the first part of their names. That's the problem. Hello, lady.
Hello. I was just wondering if you could help me with a quick question.
Sure.
You see that lady over there with Levi?
Oh, yes.
I was just wondering if you knew anything about her.
What do you need to know?
I don't know. She just piqued my interest, and I just wanted some general knowledge. Do you know her?
I do. Surely it would be best if you go and talk to her. That's the whole point of this evening.
You are right, of course. I just I didn't want to go into it blind and wanted to know some background information. If you knew anything.
She's a diplomat similar to me from the Balfour Island. Her
Anything
husband
else?
also is a diplomat. What kind of other things do you want to know?
Does she have any family?
From the what, Brad?
What?
From the what?
Balfour Highlands is
Thank you.
the similar lands that are to the north, across the Great Great Divide, kind of sea channel.
Okay.
Come on, Cameron. Won't come back.
Oh
Go on, I don't have a skull.
yes. Does she have any family? I see that she's alone tonight.
I imagine she's quite a busy lady. I imagine she's alone just because of that. She's obviously arrived late. I imagine because of a long travel. I know she's a busy woman. I've had dealings with her a few times. Can't say I know of her family. It doesn't really come up in. She's a very professional woman.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Gonna go and stand over near the stage and listen to the music.
Music, of course. I've got the music. Didn't turn it back on.
Yeah, I've been very quiet.
Yeah. There we go.
While I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
can I summon my familiar,
Yep.
now a spider?
Where are we? Oh, I'm not going to change the picture all the time.
Okay.
Not unless you keep it that way for a long time or anything.
Yeah.
You should have control of that.
I do not.
You do not. There you go. See, so we'll have to do the other ones as well.
Oh yeah, now I do.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're gonna change it a few times between a few, then maybe like same with Candy and that. I can add the pictures in there for them and just have multiple.
Right.
I can just make it so it's a rollable table.
Okay.
I think.
Yes, I would like to. How does this
You-
work? Do I have to tell him
you-
it's like a job to do and then he does it? Or can I tell him while he's doing it to do things? I've not used the familiar before.
Yeah, I think you can talk to it. You can kind of whisper to it.
Yeah, okay,
what
that's
you
fine.
want it to do. It listens to you. It has intelligence. It has intelligence. I believe they're your kind of intelligence level. So your familiar acts independently of you, but always obeys your commands. It doesn't specifically say something about high intelligence, but I would imagine it's going to follow your command. without me reading further to it, they're supposed to be kind of more. I would assume it's more than just the standard version of the animal, but similar to the animal.
Right.
Like a slightly more intelligent version of the animal, but not high intelligence. It doesn't specifically state so it matches your intelligence or anything like that.
Right.
So yeah,
I'm gonna ask it to go and keep an eye on Lady Dampier, but stay out of sight.
what do you say? What do you say to it?
Can I want it to try and get close enough within earshot,
Okay.
but stay out of sight.
Okay. It wiggles its two front legs at you like that. They don't
Pardon?
talk. They don't
Sorry?
talk. It puts up its two front legs to you like
Oh, okay. Give it a thumbs up.
that. Okay, put it down probably where you want it to go.
Surely it needs to jump up and down, the universal language of non-communication.
Yeah.
No, technically not. I've been watching a lot of stuff about spiders, and they use their front two legs to communicate.
Brad's done his research on my familiar.
I've also got some very interesting facts on spiders because of my recent research.
What do they do? Use semaphore?
No, other researchers in other crazy spider facts. Anyway, back to the game.
Yeah, so-
When
Should
you
I
move
move it
when
then?
Yes,
Yeah?
you move it. That's why I'm giving you control of it.
Okay. I kind of like to go like along the like edge of the stage,
Yep.
over
That's
the
fine.
door.
Yep, the doors are open, so it's probably going to scuttle in front of the door itself.
But like, can you like crawl over the door on the wall?
Oh, up and around, yeah,
Yeah.
do that.
And hopefully here is in within
Yeah, it'll be in
earshot.
there. It'll be in earshot there.
Okay. I'm gonna I can look for its eyes and stuff, can't I? I just have to
Are you going to stand where you are?
yeah, I'm gonna pretend I'm like listening to music and hold on
Okay.
to it like look
Just
dead
hope
at the
no one bumps
stage.
into you. Just hope no one bumps into you.
Yes.
Someone opens the door very quickly.
You'll see yourself from third person collapse into the floor. What? So you're trying to listen in on what they're talking about?
Yes.
Make a perception check with the spider. Do you know
Sorry,
the
I'm having
spider
some audio issues. What did you say?
stats? Audio issues. What were you doing? What? Are you
It's
recording
Discord.
this
It's not
video?
me. I know for a fact it's not me.
We can hear you fine, mate.
Yeah, I've tested
Yeah,
it. It's
is anyone
Discord
else
doing something.
getting issues from me, just in case I've moved my microphone or anything. Is anyone getting me cutting out or anything weird like that?
Nope.
No, it's me, but it's Discord doing something. So I don't know.
Cool, okay. Where are you? Do you know the stats of the spider?
I've got them up. Normal spider, yeah.
Cool, if you've got it, then roll a perception check for it,
Perception, okay.
which will also count for its hearing. Oh, it'd be in the back of
That's
the
a +0 thing, yeah.
road, yeah. You haven't got your camera up there. No camera.
I don't have a camera today. It's probably why my audio is fucked as well, because today I've just been messing about on my desk.
Yeah.
Okay, so you roll some more.
It's 15.
15, but that's a +0 to the
Yeah.
15, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you can hear Lady Dampier's talking to Levi and kind of explaining about the journey, that it was a long journey. She's come from southeast through kind of the full-on jungle and then through the Roscoe Empire to get here, and it's been quite an arduous journey, and she's pleased that she's at least made it at this time, even though she's late. And it's a more longer drawn out conversation than just that. Levi's then just asking some questions about how was the kind of trip in terms of, was there anything out of place en route or anything like that. She mentions a couple of random skirmish type of fights, but her guards were on hand. No problems kind of met with that. You haven't seen any guards at the moment, so you have no idea what she means by guards. But that's what the conversation is at the moment. For at least the next few minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the spider like close by there, and just tell
Yeah.
it to follow her.
On the wall higher up.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's follow her stealthily if she moves, and I'm just gonna.
You want to roll stealth?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, that's better. Oh, I can. The multiplier is better. The actual number is worse. That'll be 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll just stand here and take a minute. Think, and someone else can do something.
Cool. I'm currently just logging in to bring up another window so that I can monitor both places at once. So who else wants to do what?
I'm going to come down and just go to the bar, just fill up.
Oh yeah. What is your drink?
Just a normal.
Yeah, what is your normal drink? That's what I mean.
Just an ale.
Oh, okay, cool. Yep, again, he's just kind of getting a glass from kind of behind him, small shelves behind him, and filling out from under the table. So again, I'm kind of testing a few things here. I'm also running this fight. I'm game master in 2 different ways, so I can see if I can see both floors at once. And if I mess anything up, I'll just go back a bit. But I'm kind of slightly trying to see. It gives me ideas on what I can do in future and stuff like that. If I can really get a sense of what's happening. Okay, so you're down to there. Cool. So who else wants to do what?
I'll write down what I'm going to do, Brad. I'll send you a
Yeah.
message. I'll do the first part first. I'm just going to walk around.
Is it quickly?
And then the second part afterwards.
So, apart from having a drink, were we supposed to be doing anything here? Can't remember.
It was something about like making contacts for potential jobs, but
Yeah, it's even a networking sort of thing as well.
Well, I've gone for a walk, and where I am, there's something there, but it's not telling me what it is.
Say that again, where are you?
I'm near the room that we took David into, I do believe.
Yes. What was it you were saying about that?
Well, there's someone standing there, but it's not telling me if it's a guard or a person or.
It's not someone. It's a full-size armor statue.
Okay, good to know.
Because it's just on a round base. That's what's making it look similar to you guys.
Yeah, I know. I was just going for a wander. So.
Yeah, no, it's a fully armored kind of. It is a statue rather than actual armor. It is looks to be made out of some sort of dark stone.
Okay.
come on, Keith, you're the local sergeant. You should be making some moves.
I'm currently having a drink.
So, Chris, you were saying you was doing the first part as such of that. Chris. Hello.
Oh, sorry. I was
Okay, you
talking.
was in the
I was
first part, then.
talking. Yeah, I was talking whilst I was muted. Yeah.
Right.
Once I know Sammy's all right, and I feel
he seems to be fine.
yeah, I'll go and have a wander around and do that first part. So I'm off wandering around now.
Yeah, you keep walking
Yeah.
around, I'll let you know.
Yep, cool. We're gonna go and try and network. How I do that without communicating is another thing. But I'm gonna give it a go.
That's a good point. I didn't even
I
think
think-
that were you.
I think I'm on the balcony on the next floor up, and I've just found a person, a niece. I'm gonna start a conversation with her.
You can tell as soon as she starts to speak, it's a fairly kind of older lady. What do you say to her?
I'm just gonna introduce myself. Hi, I'm Condra. I'm new round here. Thought I'd come and say hello.
And she says, "Oh my dear, I'm not doing too well at the moment. I had one of them drinks earlier, and I'm definitely feeling worse for wear."
I had one and had no effect.
Then you surely got luckier than I did.
Are you from around these parts?
I live just a few houses over.
Cool.
And points off in a direction.
Yeah.
Which you presume means one of the other large houses you've passed on the way here.
hmm So how comes you're up here on your own?
Mostly just trying to recover from that drink.
Maybe have another drink and see how you feel afterwards.
No, I think I'm gonna sit out for a bit and hopefully I'll come back to normal.
Okay, well, nice to meet you, and I'll looking on you as I come past again. Make sure you're okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm having a coughing fit. Chris, you don't see any of that thing. You don't see what that initial thing you were looking for. You've kind of made your way around most of it. A lot of people here are human, especially a lot of the ones that are not the silvery borders. There's lots of other people around. Most of those generally seem to be human, generally Rosconian type people. Nobles, which you think are from probably Elkinshaw and close by.
Okay, I'm gonna open up my telepathic fault mind, Brad.
Yep. Just
Um,
lots of people, I reckon.
Yeah, just gonna see if I can communicate with anyone telepathically as I walk around.
What are you saying as you walk around? What's the thing you're saying?
Hello, I'm Leo. How are you this
Just say
evening?
senpai.
Yeah.
Is it-
Well,
Oh,
sort of. Sorry, did you catch that, mate?
No, I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah, just walking around saying hi. I'm Leo. Nice to meet you, and sort of give us a sort of wave and acknowledgement to people when as I walk past them.
Right, stop there a minute. I'm gonna drag you forward. Can you see where you're going? You see where you are?
Yep.
As you get to here, you don't know who, but when you get to here, and as you're doing that, you hear a male voice speak back to you and says, "Hello to you too." There is a definite Cinnabar Sands accent as well,
Cinnabar, yeah.
and the language is Sinnish that is speaking to you in. As you look around, you can see there's currently kind of 4 people plus a guard standing further back. The guard and Nazir, you can see very clearly they are wearing what you would expect to be Cinnabar Sands type of robes and stuff. You've seen these kind of similar sort of robes around Cinnabar Sands before. You don't think you've specifically met him in passing before, but you recognise the kind of colours he's wearing. The colours are kind of a red, purple, gold. That's colours. Very prominent colours of nobles in Cinnabar Sands.
Okay, and that's the one that I've got my cursor on now.
Yep.
And it's a male voice. So
It
I
is,
can't. Can I not see that if that's a male or not? Because he's all covered up.
It is the kind of figure. He's not really broad or anything, but
Okay.
he does look now kind of figured.
Okay.
Fairly tall, taller than you. Bit
Yeah.
taller than you.
I'd just say good evening to you. Hope you're having a good evening.
Indeed, and hope you two are. I hope you are also.
I am indeed. And then I'll just walk away.
Okay.
I'm just clocking it, Brad.
Say again?
I'm just clocking that.
Okay.
Like, yeah. That's the only one, was it? As I was walking around.
Yeah, as you've gone all the way around, that's the only one.
Okay. And then I saw also Quinn speaking to that individual as well, didn't I?
Which one? This one or that one? Which one?
This one.
Yes, you saw Quinn speak to him as well, yeah.
Me?
Fenton, can I get a perception check from you?
Yep, sure.
Oh, you're so good at these.
9.
Fair enough.
Fenton.
We see nothing.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Brad, I'm just gonna have a look. Have I sold anything to anyone before? Anyone's a customer or?
People you recognise. You definitely obviously recognise the Relus from rescuing them.
Okay. I'm gonna at least go up to them as I'm looking around, casually looking around, see if I recognise anyone else. I'm gonna walk up to them and whereabouts are they? Is that these?
One's here. There's Rupert there. And there's Daphne.
Oh, okay. I'll go and I'll go over to Rupert. Hello, Rupert. How are you, sir?
Doing better. No more horribleness after the horrible showdown at the docks.
Oh, good.
We're recovering.
Yeah.
I have a job to do, so I have to recover.
And still no reason or nothing come to mind as to why they took you or anything.
It probably. Our guess is that we were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. We saw them coming from the lower deck, and we was up on top deck, and it seems that we were just in their way of direction they were running. So maybe just opportunists.
Well, I'm glad you're recovering.
Thank you.
And I'll speak to you later. And I'm gonna carry on just wandering the room.
Yep.
Just seeing if I recognise anyone as a previous customer or.
Brad, that well.
Yeah.
That's out the back. Is that open?
No, it's got a cover on top, like a wooden cover. Looks like it's got two handles on top, and there's a wooden cover on top of it. The bucket's kind of all wound up to the top as well.
Okay.
I would say, Sammy, the only person you recognise is Rowling, who is the musician on the stage. You've seen him around before in other towns. He seems to get around generally singing in taverns. Generally seems to be an entertainer around different taverns. You've kind of crossed paths with him before.
Oh,
Just
okay.
not really chatted to him or anything, but he's probably the only one you really recognise out of most of these people.
Oh,
A lot of them you've never seen before. The only one really that is familiar would be the one you've just spoken to. Rupert's about the only one you would have kind of had any real dealings with in the past because he's part of the Motions Guild. Yeah, and all the rest you imagine you either don't know from because they're from far away. Some of them were in definitely their clothes, like not all of them have all come in what you would presumably think is the kind of clothing. Like you can tell that some people from different areas. Clearly, Niaz is from. You would know that Niaz is from Cinnabar Sands type area. You've been there before. You've seen that. You don't know who he is though, but you recognise the colours. And you kind of presume a few of these are possibly from the Lorgard Spires, which is the major town in where the king is, essentially. Some of them seem like they're wearing really fancy stuff.
okay. So I'm gonna make my way around to Daphne. I'm gonna inquire into how she's doing and sort of general small.
She still seems a little bit jumpy as you walk up kind of behind her. Still, look.
Oh, bless her.
She's like, hello, I didn't see you there.
Pardon?
She's like, hello, I didn't see you coming up on me.
I do apologise, Daphne. How are you doing?
Still a little bit jumpy. But I'm slowly recovering. I'm hoping I don't have to see such sights again.
It must have been very traumatic. It wasn't a.
It was horrific. Horrific. I'm
Pleasant
glad
female.
you guys came in when you did.
Well, you know. we did what we could. We couldn't save everyone, unfortunately.
As you say that, the guy standing here,
Yeah.
he says, "Oh yes, Peter. I got news of him. He was a good lad. It's definitely a shame. I heard about what you did. Oh, let me introduce myself. I'm Captain Sebastian. I am captain of the Shorebreaker. And let me assure you, we'll definitely do what we can to make sure that his family gets some sort of compensation for the horrible thing that happened.
Yes.
Normally not what we would expect of our fine ship."
So you have no idea. I put my hand out to shake his and say,
Okay, we'll
you know,
understand that.
my name's.
He has a very fancy kind of.
Samuel. My name's Samuel Pamazio. And
Nice to meet
you
you.
know. So what
I'm very
happened?
pleased. Very
I-
pleased
you
with
know,
what I heard you managed to do to recover
Well,
from what happened.
we did what we could. We did what anybody would have done in our fortunate situation. So what happened?
As far as what happened, the best we've managed to make out so far is that we have a storage deck low down, and while you generally do get some rats on a boat, they would be noticed at times and dealt with. We can only assume odd, definitely for sure, that there were so many of them and seemed to be almost like a hive mind. But we're not quite sure how they got aboard, but they're only small in the darkness. I would imagine they easily could get aboard. We've been down on the lower decks of the cargo hold, and we've definitely seen where they were all kept up. They'd managed to make a kind of nest, if you like, behind some large crates that we've had on board for a while now. I don't think the crates are anything to do with a problem. They're some delivery that we're taking onwards. But they seem to stack up and hide on there, whether they've come from multiple areas or whether they've come from one specific area, I'm unsure. We set off from We set off from Balfour, from the docks at Balfour was the last place we left,
Okay.
and came straight to Elkinshaw. That was where we set sail from. It's another big town, probably bigger than Elkinshaw, so
Yeah.
whether anything there, but I'm unsure. We're not sure. There's no way to kind of crack how they got there from where.
And is that what caused the ship to crash, or? Yeah. Because I've seen you in Elkinshaw before, and you know, first time I've ever seen you pull up to the docks like that. To be fair.
Yeah, it's most certainly not a normal docking procedure. I can only assume. Again, it seems to have been something to do with rats. The place where their nest was close by to where the fire was started. How they started a fire, we're not quite sure. How rats start a fire is very odd, but certainly from about close to where they were hiding, down in the cargo area, that's nearby where the fire started, and the fire was what caused the problem because it was so close. So the fire had started so close to us docking that it had caused a bit of chaos.
Right. Yes.
Thankfully, we managed to reduce the damage. It could have been a lot worse.
Have you started repairs already, or?
We have. We should be hopefully seaworthy within a week and a half. The damage wasn't too extensive. We had a good few people on hand who managed to put out the fires fairly quickly.
So maybe if you wouldn't mind, me and a couple of companions could maybe come and have a look, just to see if there was anything magical or anything. Have you had it investigated behind there? I mean, if not, we're happy to have a look for you.
We haven't. I imagine most of the nest area should be cleaned up by now. The large boxes and stuff have been shifted out of the way to kind of clean up. Definitely not something we want to have just lingering on the ship. So most of that would have been cleared up, but you can come by and have a look around and see if there was anything on towards that we've missed.
Yeah, just in case, you know, because you're obviously sailing. You're obviously going to sail on, but you know, at least we can alleviate some, yours and your sailors' minds as to the fact that there's no sort of magical.
Indeed, I wouldn't argue that would be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't had anyone give us that assistance so far, so.
Okay, I'll talk to my.
I'll make it so.
And we'll probably pop around tomorrow.
Okay.
I imagine after they've recovered a bit.
Most of the ship staff are doing fine.
Yeah.
Other than poor Peter.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay.
He says, if I'm not around with the ship, I have a few tasks to get on with.
Yeah.
Sandy, the harbour master, she'll let you on. I'll speak to her before you kind of come tomorrow as such.
Yeah. I mean, if you give her my description, I'm not sure there's not too many.
You are fairly identifiable, yes.
Indeed. Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you, and I'll catch up with you.
Indeed, and thank you again for the work you do.
No worries, not a problem. So, and I think that'll do for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Daphne. Would you care for a dance?
Of course.
Okay. And we'll just go out into the middle here, and we'll have a little dance while everyone else does other stuff.
She seems a bit surprised by your almost metallic nature, but your ability to dance with ease. Kind of almost looking as if you was going to be a bit more of a stiffer dancer, and she's pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Cool.
Your wheels underneath.
No, he's going to do the robot.
Or he's doing the robot.
Yeah.
I'm
waiting for Scott to say it.
That's what I was just about to say. He's going to do a Peter Crouch.
Cool.
I'm going to approach Levi.
Oh yeah.
Say, hello, Levi.
Oh, hello. Are you enjoying yourself?
I am. I had a lovely dance with the lady over there.
Many more dances to be had, I'm sure.
Yeah. They're great. Are you enjoying yourself? It's your party.
Of course, as always. But this party is not just for me. This party is for everyone.
Of course. Oh well, who is this you're speaking to?
Allow me to introduce you to Lady Dampier. Lady Dampier, this is one of the group that helped us in the recent goings on. I was telling you just as you entered the troubles we had recently with the boat crashing into the dockside, as you so easily saw. And she's just kind of listening at first. But this is one of the group that helped us manage to recover back some esteemed friends and done a fantastic job. And yeah, for not even being asked to do so. Fantastic citizens, it seems. And she's like, oh, that's fantastic news. Well done on assisting, she says to you.
Thank you.
I'm surprised that there are such people still willing to help without being offered money in advance. Good to hear.
Yes, we're just doing our part, really.
Well, I'm sure the town are pleased to have you here.
What brings you to this ball then?
Oh, I attend most times that Levi has this ball, generally from afar. My trip this time was a little bit more complicated than necessary, but we made it here without any real troubles. And I generally come to have a dance and have some fun, meet up with some people I haven't seen for a long while.
I see.
A social event on the business calendar.
Pardon?
A social event on the business calendar, if you like.
Right. And you're here alone, I see?
I am, yes.
Right, okay. Well, well then, would you care to dance?
Yeah, okay. She walks over, kind of puts out her hand.
I follow. Dance with her.
She kind of puts out her hand, waiting for you to lead.
I'll lead.
Okay. So you two dance.
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go up to Rupert.
Oh yes.
Hello there, sir. How are you feeling after the ordeal that you went through?
Hello again. We're doing well. We are recovering.
That's good. That's good.
Glad
Glad to hear it. So I take it I sort of like overheard you as well. It sounds like you just sort of like in the way of them just getting out off the boat.
Yeah, that's all we could really assume. Really, we're not totally sure, but that does seem like the most opportune thing. They were rats. What intelligence can they have?
Who's the Captain Reynard Langdon?
He's standing there, talking away, kind of quite quiet as you kind of come over as such, but not for any specific reason. Do you introduce yourself?
Yeah, have I butted into any conversations or anything?
Not specifically. He says, hello.
Hello, I introduce myself. Hello, I'm Bulgarian. I'm here investigating these disappearances that have happened in the city.
Ah, yes, indeed. I'm Captain Reynard of the Silver Sails. Definitely a horrible affair. I heard about it. How could I not be in how much trouble it caused?
Have you heard anything about it at all?
No, I've been fairly busy with my own ship.
Okay. It's your ship, did you say?
Yes,
That-
the
that
Silver
makes
Sails. Silver
Yeah.
Sails.
Oh, there are so many ships.
That's the big port.
Yeah, it is. And I introduced myself to Theodore Dupois.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
No, it's good to meet you. Bulgarian, what did you say?
Mm.
Good,
Also-
I hear you were doing good in the town.
We've done our bit. I hope. I hope it's helped the town a bit. Got my and I point to Jassan as well, to say that he is my mentor.
Ah, I see. Okay. Of course, you're part of the Seekers.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, a very good service to the Empire. This Theodore's quite a thin kind of guy. He's dressed fairly fancy, but he's a fairly thin man. Doesn't look like much of a fighter as such. There's definitely you're kind of thinking more intellectual than fighter is what
Okay.
Theodore is. He is human as well.
Cool. Nice meeting you all.
Indeed, and you Bulgarian.
That's what we've got.
I'm going to ask Rupert to dance.
Yeah. He says, of course. We have many dancers. The floor is certainly busy.
Fenton's really quiet.
He's upstairs, I think, surveying the area.
Doing police work.
While drinking.
Whilst
Seems to be
getting
fairly
everyone-
tame. Fenton's a bit out of character at the moment.
Brad, I'm
Yeah.
still at what do you the well.
Oh yeah.
After our last experience with the well, I'm just having a little. I'm not hiding it, but I'm just having a little investigate. See if there's anything out of place. Does it
It
look
seems
like
fairly-
it's been used?
Definitely fairly sturdy. There is like a crossbar that goes across the top of the two. It's almost like a pull-up door kind of thing. You can see that they're
Yeah.
attached to the side, and they must pull up, and then you've got the open space for them to go down. And there is like a wooden crossbeam that goes across the top of them.
It's not locked or anything, is it?
Not locked as such. You can move the bit out of the wood out of the way and then lift it up and look down it if you want to do that.
Does it look like it's decaying somewhat where it's not been used?
No, it looks fairly well kept.
Mhm.
Its proximity to the kitchen, which you can see over here.
Yeah.
You're assuming that it's used kind of daily, sort of thing.
Okay, cool.
Water, so that they don't have to go anywhere else to get water.
So there's nothing odd about it at all.
Say that again.
There's nothing odd about it at all. As I'm just having a look around it.
Your vision obviously can't see all the way down. You look in and you can't see all the way down it as such. You can only see a certain small distance down. It obviously goes down and then disappears out of your sight.
Okay. Can I try use it?
Yeah, so you kind of lift up the two kind of covers, and then the bucket's up on the top, and you can just.
Before the bucket goes down, I cast light on the bucket.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Oh,
So the walls are very well made. It looks like it's well kept as such. You imagine it's probably kept clean as well, because the other one you saw in town had some kind of almost the dampness over time, the kind of almost mossiness to the walls. Whereas this one looks like it's kind of cleaned more often. Down the walls, they're kind of, the brickwork is as good as that what is above the actual ground as well. Again, looks like it's kind of cleaned as opposed to just left unclean kind of thing. It looks like someone scrubs it with a brush or something like that. The actual sides, it's a circular one. It goes all the way down.
Mhm.
The thing you saw before with that kind of thing, you don't see any of that. It's just a straight down and then hits water.
there's nothing. There's no sort of entrances or holes in walls or anything like that.
No, like that what you saw before. So you light the bucket goes down, it hits the surface of the water and starts to go kind of under the water. And the you can see the sides completely. As the bucket's going down, you can see them very clearly because it's a bright light. And you can see it's just solid sides all the way down.
Okay. When I bring the bucket up, I try some of the water.
Yeah, the water's really nice and clear.
Oh.
You would imagine the water itself, it doesn't seem, again, that kind of sense that it's been cleaned and everything, you kind of presume the well itself is well kept, so that when the water comes out, not much has to be done to the water to kind of make it to a really high level, if you like, of purity. You kind of get the sense this water that's come out of here is better than the water you went in the last well. When you went in that well, you presume that this water is actually the actual distance it goes down is very far. So because you're essentially on what is like a big jutting out kind of area of like a cliffs all the way around it. From, as I've explained before, in Elkinshaw, you can kind of see this large jutting out, kind of not a rock because it's much bigger than that, but the landmass kind of juts out with very kind of rocky type steep cliffs all the way around it. And then these houses, these large houses, are kind of around the top of it, essentially, kind of like a prime beach view, if you like. So the well, as the bucket's going down, it goes down a fair old distance, like over 100 feet.
Oh, wow.
You can see the rope that's on the top. The very top of it, where the bar goes across, you can see there was a huge kind of stack of rope on that.
Okay. Has anyone noticed me do that?
The guard looked over to you. There's a guard over here.
Yeah.
He looks over to you a couple of times just to kind of keep an eye on what you're doing, but doesn't seem to come over to do anything. You are wearing a mask and everything. You look like one of the fight girls, as it were. So he's kind of keeping an eye on you every now and again, but doesn't come over to you.
Yeah. Okay. I look at it like I'm impressed by it, sort of thing, like you would do if you saw a car, or like I'm into Wells or something like that. And then
a freaky Kenko is just like
yeah, like oh yeah, sort of like looking at it and seeing how it all sort of works, and then I pull it back up and I close it up and leave it as I found it.
Cool.
Okay. And then I'm gonna make my way back in.
Yep.
Is this door here? Yeah. Where's the gambling, Brad? It's around there, isn't it?
The little room, which I yeah.
Oh, this one here. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have a little go.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't even know how much money I've got actually. Let's have a look.
More than Quinn.
Quinn like before.
Yeah. Let me just double check my gold first before I commit. How much is it for a game of blackjack, Brad? Let me get the.
5 or 10 gold buy-in.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 or 10. So you go up to the guy and the guy says, another player. Would you like to buy him 5 gold or 10 gold pieces? Again, as you walk in, you kind of come in that kind of door, and as you walk in, he kind of got some red flourish, flipping cards around and kind of catching them in the pile, and then kind of goes back to.
I was going to say that. Every time we walk in, does he do that?
He does, yeah.
Oh, well, I walk in and out at one point, by the way, about 20 times.
he carries on doing it. He's walking in and out. And he starts to smile at you once you've walked in like 5
dear.
times or so. But he still keeps up.
5 gold.
What's that?
5 gold.
5 gold, okay.
Yeah, I'll mimic him and just say 5 gold. I need 2 d10s, yeah? Let me go back on.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a go.
Good luck.
Yeah. Looking forward to doing this. Get my d10s, 1 sec. 12. 8. 8 and 1, so that's 9.
Yeah, one can be 1 or 11. You can choose.
Yeah, you've got 19, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to stick.
Okay. He says, well played, well played. You watch him kind of put down the cards for him. He lifts them up and goes, and then he pays your money. So what did you pay? 5. He gives you back 10.
Oh, lovely.
As in,
I'll just add another 5 then.
plus another 5, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go in for. Oh, well, hold on a sec. I'm waiting for him to.
I'm watching from the door, and then I'll come in. I'm just going
As
to watch
you
the card
yeah.
bloke.
As again, he's kind of like flourished. This time he does some sort of puts the card out far, kind of like that, makes it disappear, and then kind of pops it off into this hand and then brings it back down and starts shuffling again. Each time, kind of different tricks all over the place.
Is it these were cards, are they?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we're rolling dice to express what the cards are.
Okay. I suggest him to deal more.
To you? You in again?
In again.
Yeah, you repeat back in his own voice. He looks at you and smiles. Okay. So roll your 2 10s.
10. Oh, that's 10 and 5, which is 15, right?
Yep.
So if I roll one more,
Yep.
so a twist, I guess that's what you're saying. And that's 6, so that's 21, and I'll stick.
21 shit bag. He smiles. Ooh, the luck's with you.
Fucking stick on 21.
I win, basically.
Have a lucky player here. Yep, you get extra 5 gold on top of 5 gold you got.
I get all excited, and I put my arm around Fenton and I bring him in.
Do
Fenton?
we have another player?
Fenton?
Yeah, I'll have a go.
Okay. So all of us roll 2d10. Another guy drops in as well. One of the nobles standing there.
I'm going to go in as well.
So 5 for everyone.
Yep.
5.
Okay. He deals up the card.
18 for me. I think I'll stick.
14.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go again.
Okay.
$16. I'm going to go again.
Chris.
I'm going again, yep. 16 plus 7 is... I lose my money. That's it. Fine, fair enough.
Dealer
take-
your face. Does all that lap's run out now? Dealer turns over his cards. He's got 20.
Dealer won
bitch.
this time.
Dealer did win. I was waiting for Fenton to turn over his cards. The other guy turns over his. He's got 21.
Wow.
Roll, and says, good game.
Good game.
Both
Yeah,
of
I'm in
you
again.
two. 20. It's 4.
Yeah, I'm in again.
16 goes to him. So he explains to you the rules. The prize pool is different when there's multiple people playing. House takes 20% of whatever the wins are. The winner gets all of whatever it is. And the guy who just won is like, oh, I'm certainly in again. Luck seems to be with me.
Where we go? So 8. I'm definitely going again.
I've got 13, so I'm going to roll again. Uh, 15. Bollocks, I'll roll again. Oh, that'll do. 21. 4 cards.
I'm at 17. Ah. I lost. Yeah, I've gone again. So that's
Ooh.
24.
The other guy gets 21 again, Stu.
How many cards?
So, no, you're just going to share. So you both end up on 8. So that's your 5 plus 3 back. Would have been more if you'd got it on your own. So you get 3 back from that, from the 5 that you used.
Yeah.
So
I'm writing
two
it
down.
down.
And again, another game.
Yeah, I'm in again.
And it looks at you, Chris. Are you in again? 5 gold.
Again.
Bollocks, I'm on 16. I'll twist.
In sticking.
I'm going to stick on 19.
Were you on 19? What are you on, Chris?
I'm on 18.
No, Fenton wins it. The guy who kept winning, he busted that time. Too many turns over his cards, he's got too much. And the dealer's only got 16. This time, Fenton, you get 16.
Is that 16 on top of the 5?
16 including the 5. Each time I tell you it's including the 5.
Alright, so
so
11 is the winnings.
11 back, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm writing it down differently.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. And the other guy stands back for a bit.
Go on, I'll have one more go.
I'm with Fenton.
You going as well?
Yeah, I'll go with Fenton. Yeah, definitely playing with Fenton.
Huh? I got 5. I'm definitely twisting.
18 and sticking.
7. I'm twisting again. 11. I'm twisting again.
got
This is
5
the
cards.
5th card. 19 with 5 cards.
Oh, you sod! You got me. Mine's
You win
5.
12.
12 including the 5?
12 including the 5, so an extra.
7.
7.
Yeah.
Right, what am I at now? Minus 10. Minus 2. Minus 7. Plus 4. Minus 1. Plus 6. I'm only at plus 6.
Yeah, it's almost like the house is supposed to win.
Go on, I'm going to go one more time. And then it doesn't matter. If I lose, I'm down at... I'm net, basically, more or less.
And Leonidas? Another one?
No.
Is he shaking his head?
Yeah, just 2 of us this time.
14. I'm going to twist. That'll do. 21.
Yeah, that's it. You only need 18. An extra 5
Well
gold.
done.
5 gold back and 5 gold.
I'm patting Fenton on the back.
So that's plus 10 then. Are you sure you... How did
You
I
get
get more
back-
money back? By
It's a
winning
total
against...
10 you get back. It's a total of 10 you get back, which is your 5, so you get 5 back.
Oh, you idiot. I've been taking off 5, haven't I, you muppet? I shouldn't have been doing that.
I was
Yeah.
trying to work out what you was doing.
Yeah, I did it wrong, Keith.
No shit.
Well, we got 16 and 12, essentially. You lost 2 and I think got 16 and 12. Which means you should be...
I won
Wait,
3
wait.
times, so I should have... Right, so that's 40... right, so 40, 29, 39, 41, 51 gold, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hands. So yeah, I'm up 26 gold.
That's about
26 too much, should be about 13.
Why?
Because you got 3 wins, one of them's only 5 extra. 16 and 12, which is 28. You played 4 games, 5 games.
No, I'm net 26 up.
I'll accept it. I want to get too calculated with it. Not a huge amount.
You do it properly next time, Stu, yeah?
I did write down, but come on to the calculation. Although, just so you're aware, I will stop you rather than gambling or such. I'll let you play some of your games and then I'll stop you anyway.
Yeah, I'm stopping now anyway. Thank you very much.
Generally, the house is still winning because the house, essentially, when more people play, it takes a cut of it, whatever the winnings are. How it works. It takes 20%
That's
of
good.
the cut if it's more than 2 people. More than one person needs to play against.
Yeah, they took 5 gold from me alone, so...
Yeah. But also, even if he loses, at the point when there's more than 2 players, more than one other player, he's always taking something back. And overall, he's going to end up better off. It's clearly a man who knows what he's supposed to do. You can tell that.
Well, that was thirsty work. Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest
Thank
of your
you.
night.
I'll get a beer for me and Leo.
Oh, yeah. Go, you get a bit.
While we're dancing,
It's not good, guys.
uh, yeah, while we're dancing, I say, so where are you from?
Not far from Balfour. A day's or so's ride.
Right. Okay. So
And
up in the north.
Yes.
Uh,
Very traded by Atlantic Highlands.
Hmm.
And where are you from? Yes.
I mean, I'm from all over, really. I did grow up in the north.
Oh, whereabouts?
You know, just a small town, fairly near Belfort as well, but you've probably never heard of it, so most people haven't.
I don't know of many places around them. Part of my
You know,
duty to know. many
I've had a lot
places
to drink, and the name is escaping me.
around. Okay.
But
You are ahead of me, that is fair.
yes. So So how do you like Belfort then?
I've been there for a very long time. I'm very happy there. I often don't spend much time there, though, not as much as I'd like.
No, yeah, she looked like a busy lady.
Yes, that's new. From here, I don't get to go home. From here, I'm on with my duties.
Yes, so you don't have a family then, I presume.
I do. The family.
Yeah, okay.
She's not giving you information as such. She's very
can tell.
wise in how she talks. She's pleasant to you, but not necessarily trustful of you, as it were.
Sure. I'm gonna like show off a little bit dancing wise.
Okay.
Yeah, just like, you know, everything I've learned, kind of going full ham.
Okay. Roll a performance.
As I walk past, I'll stick my leg out.
What, on
Quinn.
Make dexterity check versus.
That's a natural 20.
Okay. he seems to skip over it, Leonard. Just quite impressed.
Natural.
Almost
20.
like
Do I notice?
Dancing.
Yeah.
I like the fact he's rolling these natural 20s without us actually seeing he's rolling these natural 20s.
No, he's being honest. He's being honest.
Oh, we're doing that, are we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no one told Stuart.
Yeah,
no
don't
one
tell
told
him.
me. I missed that bit. That serves me right for coming late, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. What did you roll? 21. 21.
One and a 10. No, 10 and a 1. Oh, 1 and a 10. Where was you going, Leonard? You got up to drinky drinks.
Yeah, I just
You're
had
gonna
a little walk around. Yeah, with Fenton. Yeah.
Cool. Quinn, what's your performance? Was that the 20?
That was the natural 20 was my performance.
Well, I also needed the dex check with DC of 10.
Oh no.
Oh, maybe you didn't skip it.
DC of 10.
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless you wanted to try really hard to knock him over.
Oh wait, it's a 7 plus. What is it?
Have you got any
Alright.
dex?
Dex save.
No, dex check.
Dex check. So have you got any dex?
Oh, I do. Yeah, it is 10. Is that a fail or a pass?
I'll say you kind of. You obviously know what Leonidas was just doing then. Almost a smile on his face as he walks away. You kind of land a bit funny, but then kind of get up and manage to kind of shrug it off as if it was part of it. Lady Dampier definitely notices that you almost went down. But your actual dance, your actual performance seems to pull it off as if it wasn't too much trouble. Very close.
Yeah.
You know, it seems to be sneaking up again.
Bad.
On my wanders around, Brad, do I see anyone with the any sort of resemblance to Pelor? Oops.
No, nothing obvious standing out to you.
Mhm.
Make a perception check.
Make sure my camera's on.
You make a perception check as well.
Who?
Fenton.
Perception.
Fenton and Leonidas, both perception checks.
Wisdom, perception.
Oh, 17.
10.
Leonidas, you don't see anything that resembles Pala or such. There's nothing obvious as such.
Same.
I can add a message here.
What did you get, Stu?
17.
Oh, nice. Well done, mate.
You sending me a message?
Mm-hmm.
Is it one of those ones that goes on forever when they're saying type in, and then it just comes up okay?
Yeah. One of them ones.
Typing. Oh, someone's typing. You're expecting one big long message back, aren't you?
Yep. And it's a single word answer spelt wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
One more sentence, just to
Spelt
calculate
wrong,
it out.
okay.
Yeah, your one word thing.
You done? What, you proof checking it?
Yeah.
I like David. I like your message earlier on. You quickly typed in and spelt your rather than you are rather than yours.
Yeah.
Possessive. Very good. Yeah. First rule of Troll Club. Done.
Yep. You've got it.
Yeah, this song's definitely copyrighted.
This one,
Yeah, because I know it.
you know it, but it's over 50 years old. It's out of copyright. It's in the public domain.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Then yeah. Same as Mozart and all them sort of ones. Although I didn't specifically check Mozart, so.
What is that?
Huh?
Where my cursor is on the screen.
That is a small spider that you probably wouldn't notice.
It got 11 on the stealth.
Yeah, I notice it. Full stop. Done. What's my passive perception?
It's probably not there. It's probably on the ceiling because I tried to follow her.
13, mate.
Then yeah, you potentially see it. You see there's a spider and blending in with its background. Tried not to be seen. Doesn't look like any crap. Seems out of place.
That's okay.
Brad, remind me, who are these two people here? Jassan and Sam?
Jassan is the one.
Oh, that's the Keith, isn't it?
Who Belgarian seems to know, yeah. Sam, you have no idea. You haven't seen her before, as such, other than like from here. You just know her from here. You've only seen her
okay.
around here.
I move up.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt you two talking, Miss, that's a interesting brooch you've got there.
Indeed. A family heirloom.
Really?
Yes. My father gave it to me.
Ah, who's your father? Sorry to ask these questions. It's just that
Oh, it's a sore subject. He passed away recently. It's a sore subject.
Oh, my apologies. Okay. Thank you. Sorry to bother you both. And then I just move away.
Okay.
Who's the person again? It's Levi, isn't it? Is he nearby?
Did you see him?
He's down. Or was.
I have been moving people around.
Yeah, I can't see.
Oh, yeah, it's moved.
Okay, I'm gonna wander back out to the main hall.
Bringing drinks, Brad, with me, following Fenton.
Oh
Go
yeah,
in,
very
people.
good, Birdie.
I got the tray. I got the tray.
He's got the tray of the fishy smelling ones.
No. I got out.
Birdie, have you seen Levi on your travels?
No. Fenton. No.
Let's go check upstairs. This is now going to turn into like a Cluedo murder, isn't it?
I'm going with a candlestick, mate.
Yeah. We've got the billiard room downstairs. That's where I was at before. So
What are you guys doing? Back into where we were.
I'm following Fenton with a tray of Al.
A tray.
Mhm.
Hopping in along like Luke Squire.
So is Levi just looking over the balcony as such?
He is. He's standing up there at the top.
How's it going, Levi?
It seems like it's a good evening. It seems like everyone's enjoying themselves. I saw your friend had a bit of an issue, but it seems to be back up now, so seems all good.
Yeah, we're not quite sure what was that, and sorry if there was any kind of disruption to you, but yeah, he seems fine now. Leo there looks after him, made him better.
Good. I'm sure it's all fun. He was there as well, Drew. He came over, remember?
He what, sorry?
He was there as well. He came over. At the time, he came over to help, so he was there.
Yeah, I know he's there, but I didn't know whether he was there at the end of it when he was all better and
Oh,
all
no, he left kind of shortly after, kind of once he saw you kind of getting back round.
Levi, you mentioned something about maybe some people that needed some help. Do you know, my social skills are, well, quite rubbish, really. And I just wondered if you could help us be a bit more... I'm more of a direct person rather than...
It was less than people needed help and more so a means for you to acquire maybe some knowledge or people who may be useful to your group. Not so much someone who had a specific thing to do.
Ah, so you mean we should have been handing out cards to say job's done or something like that to make people aware of the fact that we can do them?
Not quite. Yeah, that.
Okay. Someone should be able to write nice cards. I'll get on to that. And before I go... Sorry, say that again.
As long as you're enjoying yourself, that's good.
Very much so. The ale, the whatever the mixy ones are, fantastic. I feel
Indeed.
some fiery burps coming up, but I was told not to worry about that.
Oh, I see, yes. But Al Smith at work again.
Anyway, before I go back to the party and top myself up,
It's in the tray.
Yeah, I just without looking, I turn round and grab another beer from Leo. Who is Sam Balin, if you don't mind me asking?
All right, Sam Maladon.
All right, that's
Oh,
completely
yes,
the
he
wrong
was.
name. What'd you say it was? Maladon.
Yeah.
I had the N right at the end.
She recently kind of came to me and was just let me know of well, it's a difficult subject, her father kind of thing. So I thought I would invite her to kind of cheer her up.
Yeah,
Don't
she
really know much
mentioned that
about her.
straight away. It's kind of a weird thing to say to strangers. Kind of, hello there, my dad died. But anyway, who am I to talk
She didn't
about the
quite say
niceties
that
of
to me.
a modern ball? Sorry, I
I'm
interrupted
also
you.
No, I'm also inviting her to cheer her up because that's clearly on her mind.
Did you know her father at all?
No, she's a noble from one of the outlying clans.
Do you know where specifically? I take it that's a no then.
No, I'm just looking at my map.
All right.
DM pausing, not him.
Maybe you should have a little bell, Brad, so we know when the DM's thinking.
Yeah, like a little round the loading icon. Probably could do that. She says she's from Grouport, which is kind of northeast of here. Another port.
Oh. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I only asked because she had a interesting brooch.
You recognise the name. So.
Okay.
Did she say? Did she say it was her father's? The
Yeah.
brooch.
Yeah.
She said
Yeah.
that her father gave it to her.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Levi.
You're welcome.
Just leave.
Okay.
So can I do a perception check to see if she's got any like symbols on her family crest?
The Lady Dampier.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on and make perception.
13.
You don't really notice anything obvious in terms of like anything family-wise on her. Nothing obviously kind of no. She's kind of wearing jewelry as such, but not anything that stands out in that kind of way.
Okay.
She doesn't have much that's identifying as such. She's wearing like a kind of a long, kind of white and kind of grey dress, kind of almost ball gown, long, kind of flows out at the bottom. Not
Okay.
much room for extra fineries in terms of details and stuff.
Can I do an insight check just to gather like her general demeanor?
Go on.
12.
You feel like she is enjoying herself. That's about all you can really make out from her. She doesn't look worried or anything else like that. There's nothing obvious in any kind of things like that. Yeah, so you think just that she's enjoying herself. That's the only thing you're really getting from it.
Okay, good. I'm gonna say to her, I'm gonna stop dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say thank you for the dance. I think it really meant a lot to me. And if you're ever in need of adventurers, you could ask Levi about us, and I'm sure we'll be available.
Yes, I get about a lot. I'm not sure if I generally need adventurers, but I'll keep it in mind.
Thank you. Like backstep away. I'm gonna go and explore now.
Okay.
Is there a reason I can't see in this room?
Which room were I?
Oh, I'm stupid. I don't have dark vision. It's the first character I think I've played without dark visions.
Where are you? Upstairs.
Upstairs, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. That'd be why.
I have no means of light, so.
No, they haven't.
Anise seems like she seems to be coming around a bit now. She's like, "Thank you for sitting with me, sir. I'm going to take my leave and go and have a dance." Was you following Fenton because he's back on the main hall?
Yeah, I'm still following him.
Brad,
Yep.
I've moved up to her and I ask her to dance. Would you care to dance, my lady?
Oh, but sir, I'm sure you're the best dancer here. Of course.
I'd like to think that, my lady, but we shall see.
She walks through over to an empty spot kind of over here.
Right, come on, Fenton. You're a fucking highly charismatic lad.
He's over here.
That you're miles away from your dance partner.
Okay.
I was looking at my character
Good on
sheet
you.
for performance.
What, you want to roll performance, Stu?
Yeah, go on. Go on. Oh, lordy, lordy. Have I got inspiration? Yes, I have. That's better.
You using it?
Yep, I'm using it.
What do you get?
16.
16, okay. Yep, that's definitely enough. You do a fine job. You look very, very accustomed to dancing.
I am very dashing as well.
Yeah, it's definitely not your usual night out, but you seem to be up to par.
I must say, my lady, this makes a change from drunken sea shanties.
Oh, indeed. Fenton, she says, waiting for you to respond.
Yes.
All of a sudden, in voice completely changes, and it's like, meet me. Go out of the door, go round to the back of the kitchen. There's a storeroom. Meet me in the storeroom in about 10 minutes. And then she just walks off from the dance.
I spin round and then disengage.
Aye. Aye. Fenton's on the promise.
Oi, oi.
I'll go back and get another drink. Oh, well, hold on. How much was me winning? It's 26 gold. Let's add that in there.
I've moved my spider, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. Just kind of keeping on the high up wall or on the underside of the balcony, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Most people don't seem to be being alert, looking around and stuff like that. They're all kind of chatting away and stuff. No one's really paying much attention to them sort of thing.
I came back to this screen and now I can't get back to my character who's on the next floor, so I don't know what I've done here.
Try crime.
I click the map at the top left.
Did you say try
Oh,
crying?
yeah.
No, Chrome.
But I can't go back, so I'm just trapped.
Try crying. That'll work.
like I've done, yeah.
I'm trapped as a spider.
Has that done it?
I am alive.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So effectively, what Adam's just done is up the top where it says Thomas Manor. I can make it so the different places you are able to navigate to, which I probably, now that you've been to this one, I'll add it to this one. I'll do this so you can see what it's like. So now I've added it there. So now if you click, you can jump between two, even though you've only got.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
That's what Adam has actually just done, because when you go to a different map that's not the activated map, the activated map is the lower level. That's what's essentially just happened, which is something that could potentially happen in the future as well, and I may leave them up for this sort of purpose. So now that you're all aware what it's like as such, I'll leave that one up.
Yep. Right, I'm gonna try and go up these stairs.
There is a guard standing right by there. If you go to walk up, he says, "Excuse me, miss, these are private quarters."
Oh, sorry. Who's private quarters?
This is Levi's house.
Right. My apologies.
Not a problem. Go back out that way, he points to you. Back out that way.
This way. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Keep going.
I was looking for the bathroom. The lavatory.
Oh, they'll be downstairs.
I'm gonna just like sit in this chair and just listen through my spider for a while.
Okay. Yep.
I introduced myself to Mary Lamore.
Oh yeah.
So hello,
Yeah.
my lady.
Hello.
And is that Bran Dougal?
It is, yes.
And I introduced myself to Bran as well. I say hello. My name's Bulgarian.
Hello, Bulgarian. He's very loud.
Oh, is he?
Seems like he drinks a lot and very merry. Got a big
So-
tankard in one hand.
Do I recognise any of these from the town or anything?
No, you don't recognise either of these. The Bran is a dwarf, a very sturdy dwarf,
Oh, okay.
and Lady Marie is a kind of red-headed human.
Okay.
Picture.
Where are you two? Where are you two from, if you don't mind me asking?
Lady Marie goes, "Not a problem. No, of course. I run a high kind of. Sorry, that's DM doing it. I run a well-established spa in Norgard Spires. A perfect place for people to come around. All the welfare. And Dougal says, "I'm from the Dumnook Tor.
What?
A very it's a dwarven town
Okay.
down near the Glistening Valley. It's south of Roscoe Empire."
Mary Lamore. Was it she owns?
She owns a spa.
Spa.
Spa and bath house. She's named the Satin Gardens.
Satin Gardens, eh? Oh, he can't spell. And what's his? And that brand.
He's from the city of Dumnok. Dumnok. Yeah.
City of what?
Dumnok. Dumnok. Or
D-U-M-N-
Dor.
D-U-M.
Yeah.
N-O-
N-O-K. Dumnok. And then
Yep.
Tor. Yeah.
Noctor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, funky.
Northern
Cheers.
Sea. And it's south, near the Glistening Valley. You would know the Glistening Valley. The Glistening Valley is where there is a large river that runs kind of down through the middle, over to kind of west of the main capital. There is a large river, very, very wide river that is kind of like a strategic strong point for the Roscoe Empire. As is, there is another one over in the east, and they're kind of almost like strategic strong points of like wide rivers. They both kind of have kind of like gatehouse kind of garrisons with the like on the bridge. And you know them as being the kind of two stronger areas where they would hold.
Okay.
But
And
is there
essentially
any
the
way?
river- Sorry, that river essentially, Keith Belgarian would know that river carries on down into the south, where it turns into like a valley, and that's what the Glistening Valley is.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Would I know if any of these would I recognise anything anyone's wearing or anything?
You wouldn't reckon most people because you've kind of kept yourself mostly over towards the west of the Roscoe Empire as such. You don't generally tend to go into larger capitals and larger cities and stuff, so you don't really recognise much of anyone here. They're not.
Would anybody or anything to do with my dagger?
Roll a perception check for me.
Perception is +2. 19, so 21.
Looking around, there's no sign of anything similar as such. There's no one's wearing anything that has any similar markings or anything like that.
Okay.
So it's not something that you can immediately identify someone as to know about. But like I said, most of the people here seem very, from where you're from, you're not used to dealing with many of the nobles and that sort of stuff. Most of these people here are all kind of nobles or wealthy, that sort of thing.
And they're mostly human.
Mostly human, some of them are not.
Okay.
The one that stands out most in terms of different races, the one who's standing with Nazir is what you can see wearing a bit of a kind of mask is a lizard folk.
Probably say
Which-
Bran is as well. Dwarf.
Huh?
I say Bran is
Yeah.
as well, a dwarf.
She would have seen dwarves more,
Ah, okay, yeah.
so that's not very odd for her. But the lizard folk is definitely a different one to behold. And then other people, you can't really see the mask. He's not wearing like a masquerade mask. He's got more like a part of his helmet that comes down across his face. But with a rolled up, because you can tell he's a lizard folk.
Yes, I'll ask. So how did you two get invited? If you don't mind me asking, do you know Levi well?
She says yes. Often he would come over, and sometimes he would come and visit me at the Satin Gardens. And
Oh, cool.
it's certainly he's my usual kind of clientele over there. And Bran says, we often attend this soiree. That's what. We often attend this. Different ones of us come. This time it's me. I get to enjoy tonight.
Cool.
And he says, "Oh, no, I certainly am." And he kind of says, "Don't mind me, my drink's running dry." And And he leaves and goes back over to the bar.
Cool. I asked the young lady for a dance. Then.
Who, her?
Yeah.
Oh, she says, yes, of course. Of course. That's what a night's about.
I mean, do a performance check or anything, or?
Oh, yeah, go on then. Roll a performance check. Let's see how you do. See if someone rolls a 1.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's good. It's very good. She is impressed with your dancing. You seem to most certainly seem to know what you're doing.
Cool.
Well, at least your character can dance.
Fenton,
Everyone
did you
can
see that?
dance. Did I see what? What you sent me a message?
No, no. When you walked in. Yeah.
Where's Fenton gone, Brad?
He disappeared off into the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay. Fenton, are you trying to not be seen by Leonidas? Fenton?
No, I don't think so. No.
Because he's essentially been following you around like a little puppy.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
in-
I don't say anything, but I don't.
You're
Yeah,
just gonna head
I don't
off.
tell him I walked off. But if he's following me and he's close, then he's following me and he's
Okay,
close.
you go to walk off, and he kind of does follow. Sam has walked into the dimly lit area.
Hmm. Where are you going, lady?
How come?
I think I'm good here. What's with the clandestine note?
As I said, the voice changed, and they've been speaking in that voice, which is a male voice. And as they do, he pulls off the wearing a wig, and she's like, as she pulls off the wig, you notice the Sam, as you know it, is actually a sergeant. His name is Sergeant Samuel Maladon. And as he does that, you recognise him. You know him from one of the other bands. That you don't. He's not assigned to you as such. He's assigned to one of the other bands. And he ushered you in. It's a dark area. But you do
Sam?
recognise him. You know, you've seen him a few times.
What's going on?
He says, "Who's this?" To Leonidas coming down.
A friend. I didn't ask him. He's just followed me down here.
Do you know him?
I do. I can vouch for him.
Okay.
Leo, do me a favour. Just watch the stairs, please. The ones you come down.
Sure, Fenton.
Moving back
I'll
over.
watch the stairs.
He says, "I'm glad you've come. I'm glad you managed to find it was me, Fenton."
It's a very good disguise.
He says, "This corset is killing me. In for the service of the Bloody Roses." He says, "We're at, I don't know if it's war. I don't know what it is, but we're in trouble. My group, my band. I think I'm roughly the last remaining member. I don't know. I managed to get away. We got attacked, and I know that you had something similar. I got word that you had something similar. I've been trying to get round, trying to speak to any remaining members that are dotted out here. I don't know how you managed to be unseen for so long. Maybe it's because you're with a group."
Sam, my company was wiped out to last man. I was left for dead. I had to dig myself out of a pile of bodies.
I was too. I've managed to catch up with one or two other people. There are a few people. One or two of my band did make it out. I managed to meet up with them. We was heading south towards the.
Hold on, was this all at the same time?
I don't think so. I heard that yours was probably about a week before mine. My band was going south. But it certainly seems like in terms of the people I've spoken to, there's definitely something going on. Quando, I met with him.
He's alive.
He is alive, but he has been taken by the Monoverdad Inquisition. Which
Where?
You know,
Where?
You know, Stuart, is the Roscoe Empire's Inquisition.
Sorry, spell that again for me, Brad. Mono what?
Monverdad.
VR.
Monoverdad. It's a clone play on word. It's essentially a very harsh Inquisition that is the kind of sister of the Wisdom Seekers. They have nothing to do with the Wisdom Seekers. The Wisdom Seekers are essentially the investigators for the Empire. The Inquisition is who they are given over to when dark needs to be done. And they are not a nice group.
Sort of like the SS version of the normal German army.
No, worse than that. They're not a large.
Right, okay.
They are very much torturers, politicians, spies, that kind of thing. They're sent to do the jobs that other people wouldn't do in terms of evil type jobs. But they are part of the Empire. They are the kind of, if something needs to be found out, if someone needs torturing for information, the kind of, of them in terms of people who would have been sent to the royal dungeons and stuff like that. These are the people who deal with them. They're fairly well known, or mostly in the means of fear. And yeah, you've heard of them many times, kind of thing. Given that you're not specifically in the service of the Empire as such, but like because of your kind of military ties and stuff like that, about this organization, and it's definitely not a nice organization that you want to kind of mess with as such.
So the Monoverdad have got Quando.
He said they've got him, but I think it's under false pretenses. I think someone's setting us up.
You think?
Clearly, Quando must have done something. He said to me he must have gone against the wrong person somewhere. Someone is out to get us, and they seem to be doing a good job of it. I don't know how many more of us are around. I was supposed to be after here. As soon as I leave you, giving you this message, I'm off to the west to go to Cinderbar Sands. Another band of our group have been sent towards.
How many companies are there of us, Brad? That I know of.
Probably say about 5 is your guess. You get split up into different groups, kind of thing. There's still technically there would still be a fair amount of manpower to your organization, as it were. But you kind of get split up into small parties every now and again, back into a kind of large battalion, that sort of thing. If last head count, you would guess you would have been, say, last year you would have been potentially numbering in 2000s. But that was then.
2000.
But people do die a lot. Yeah, you are fairly big.
Yeah, people do die a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of known for a bit of a high turnover. But you seem to live a good life in terms of pay and locations and stuff like that. So Quando seems to do a good job on getting in new recruits. That was the last time you know that with you had about 400 and they're all dead.
Bloody hell.
You're assuming that
400? Bloody hell, I didn't realise it was that many.
Yeah, you're assuming that he has come from a similar kind of band. He said, my lieutenant's dead. There's only a couple of kind of low ranks that managed to survive. Probably in the midst of all the fighting. We got caught out on the edge of the jungle, kind of woods area in the Glistening Valley. We were supposed to be going down to kind of babysit a noble that's somewhere now down near the jungle.
That sounds much like us. We were supposed to be going on some like insignificant kind of, not expecting any like harsh resistance or anything like that, and then just ambushed out of nowhere by masses and masses, far outweighing our numbers. It was a slaughter.
Yeah, we had the same. Whether it was the same band, I don't know. It seems there was a week apart, so it could have been same band. Where you was up north, wasn't you? He's kind of calculating in his head. He's like, it's possible it could have been the same band time-wise. If it was enough to overrun them numbers, it would be a very large group. I don't know. I don't know if this is the same group or not, but someone's definitely out to get us. I've been trying to stay under disguise the whole time. Hence the need of this corset. He's kind of lifting it out.
I would get rid of the brooch as well. Well, not get rid of it. I would hide it.
Don't worry, I only wore that tonight because I knew you'd recognise it. From this point on, though, you need to be wary. There's definitely people out to get us, though I don't know who they are. But Quando is
what, to mop up individuals?
What?
To mop up individuals, like to get people like us that survived.
Some of them have been got. Yes, some of the people I've gone and spoken to, some of those are now gone.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know, but Quando is being held probably in false pretenses.
Where?
I don't know.
Who does?
The Mons of Dad have him, but I don't know what their purpose of having him is. I just know that I was talking to him. I found out what happened to you guys shortly before we left for our expedition down south. After it went bad, I got back to him. He was still there, but only for a couple of days, and then he was gone. As far as I could tell, they kind of took him under some sort of treasonous type thing. They don't often give many details, but I'm sure whatever it is, it's probably a setup.
Would any of us know where they are? The Mons of Dad.
Speaking not as Fenton. Is that what you're asking him?
No, I'm asking him first, and then I'll ask you, the DM.
He says, no, we don't know where he's gone. We just knew he was taken off. Knowing the Inquisition could be multiple places. It's not the kind of thing that we would easily track down. And at the moment, there's not enough of us for me. Well, I feel our friends have been on the ground right now.
Are there any companies close by?
Not close. I've got at least a few days travel west of here to try and get to another company.
Do you need me to help you? My friends, and I point to Leo, and there's more upstairs. I'm sure they'd come.
If we travel in a big group, I'm sure I'm going to be seeing more easy.
There's only 6 of us.
Well, we need to find out who it is or what their intentions are. And right now, I have no idea what it is. The group that was already been sent out to the west, I'm going to try and catch them up. I do have a horse. I should be able to catch them up before they get into wherever they got to get to, and maybe I can warn them in time, and maybe we can find something out while we're there.
But with such an important message, would it not be better to be protected?
I kind of feel like the only reason why you have not seen any of this so far is because you've been in this town and with a group of people.
I've been here 6 months.
Yeah.
I've been drinking myself to death because of the fact that we lost that many men. And I thought my captain was dead. I know all my company are dead.
They could be around here.
This is hope. This is good. We need to make sure this message is passed to the other companies, so they don't fall into the same traps that we did, so that they don't lose the men that we did.
there are more of me. There's other ones of us that are trying to relocate to get to the other groups to make sure.
So
everyone is aware
you're
of
not
what-
the only messenger.
No, I'm not the only messenger. I'm one of at least 8.
Okay. Is there anything you need me to do?
Firstly, make sure probably stay with that group. If you're on your own, I don't know how you. I can only assume. I've been watching you for the week, and I can see that you're friends with the town guard, the captain.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
one
he's a
with the
good
big
man.
armor.
Dragonborn.
I imagine being close by him has done you good favors. In as much as how long you say you've been here. So, if you leave here, be wary. And also watch your back. Watch your back even while you're here. Maybe they were just trying to find the right time when you're on your own. We need to find out what it is they want and who it actually is.
So what do you want me to do? Stay tight. You're going to come back, or someone's going to come back and let me know?
He says, right now, sir, my orders inform the other group members, inform as many as I can to try and make sure that less of us are getting caught out as possible. If I can get to the band in the west, then hopefully I can at least give them the information. We might be able to find out some more information while being out there. There is another band that's currently going down to the southwest, to the Barren Waste. And we do have at least 2 messengers going out towards them to try and get to them as well.
Sorry, there's another company towards where?
To the southwest, going towards the Barren Wastes. You know of the Barren Wastes, you've not really been there. Barren Wastes is a dark kind of monstrous lands with some would assume evil or stuff like that, but generally
A level 5 area.
a what?
A level 5 area.
No, not necessarily. More so, a almost outcast kind of area, as it were. But it's potentially not. It's just where it's too far away from the Roscoe Empire and the Balfouric Highlands in terms of the main populace, as it were. The main bulk of population of the planet is generally across these 2 continents, and then as it stretches out kind of further. There's less towns, that sort of thing. The Barren Wastes has much more monstrous kind of humanoids home to it. More monsters. There's less people kind of roaming in terms of like here you'd have the Viridian Brotherhood. You wouldn't have that kind of thing out there, so much more kind of dangerous lands to kind of traverse anyway. Would have cities, and those cities do trade with other parts of the world, but definitely a kind of darker, more secretive kind of area. Harsh kind of lands, very kind of harsh weathers and stuff like that as well.
So again, what do you need me to do?
Sir, I think you might be, other than the bands I'm trying to get to, you might be the highest rank that still has the means to do anything. So if you've got any ideas, I was going to go and get this message to them. So I don't want to see them fall the same as we've seen. But after that, I'm not sure. We need to kind of group up or something. We need to either group up or split up and go silent. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had rank.
If I'm to catch them in the west, I must leave tonight.
Do you really think it's best for you to go alone rather than go with my friends?
I've been doing this now for at least over 2 weeks, and I feel like my means of disguise has done well. No one in the party seems to.
I must say, you make a very convincing woman.
Yeah, but I can't wear this all the time.
Right. Okay, your orders. Go and report and tell the people in the west. Then come back and tell me. Come back here. If you go and see the captain of the guard and speak to him and tell him you've got a message for me.
Okay. What if you're not here when I return? Could be up to a week.
I'll make sure I am.
while to catch him, and then I don't know. Do you want me to stay there with him? My aim was to get with the group in the west. and
One
then
man,
see if
one man adding to 400 ain't going to make much difference. But you coming back and
No,
giving me more information is very
I was
useful.
thinking if I stay with them for longer, they may be able to get the jump on whoever was trying to jump them. Whoever was trying to ambush them, they may be able to send out some scouts to find out what they are, who they are. So I was going to hold off long enough to get more information before I come back. Does that sound good, sir?
How am I going to get reports back? Is the company going to move on after 3 days, like from where it is? Where are you heading?
The company have probably a similar task ahead of them, as far as I'm aware. Kind of feel like they're going to get the same ambush as we was getting. So if I can make it to them in time, I should be able to room, and hopefully we can find out some information as to who it is, or at least get sight of what they are.
Right. Okay. You've been doing good so far. You carry on with what you're doing. Go to them now. Get the message to them. Right. Stay with them. If you've got a chance to come back to me, come back and leave a message with the captain. I can trust him. He'll pass it to me.
I'll find a way to get a message to you, and if the captains are possible, then I'll go through him as well. You trust him enough?
I do.
Okay. So I'm gonna make my way out now that I've managed to talk to you, and I'll be immediately going west. And any information I can get, I'll try and get through to you.
I do the soldier's grip on the arm.
Oh yeah.
Godspeed, Sam. Godspeed.
Indeed. Be safe, sir.
You too.
Brad, as this guy goes past us,
yeah,
I want to make a very good note of his brooch, please, of what it looks like.
Okay, it's essentially kind of like, well, unless you want to say what it's like. What would your symbol look like? You can make it up on the spot, or you can leave it.
Yeah, it's a rose, and then there's like a couple of drips of blood. Like look, there's like it's like a white rose with like a couple of drips of blood on it.
Okay, cool. Is there anything different between his brooch and what Fenton's got? What have you got, Fenton? Have you got anything that's... He hasn't got one, okay.
No, you mean Quinn. Quinn's got a rose on her rapier.
Okay, cool. So you haven't got any sort of... Okay.
I haven't got any insignia, no.
Okay, and it's around his neck, is it? Oh no, it's a brooch, you said, yeah.
It's a brooch, just kind of pinned onto the top of the dress.
Yeah, I'll make a very, very good note of that, mate.
Okay, so as he walks past, he's essentially putting the wig back on, trying refitting his corset and everything, and then trying to kind of think, and upstairs, gone.
And I say to him, Leo, protect Fenton.
What was that?
Leo, protect Fenton.
Thank you, mate. I sit down on one of the chairs.
So where you are at the moment, you've essentially come down to the basement, and where you're standing, you can see that over to one side, you can see lots of tables all stacked up. You're kind of assuming these are the tables from the ballroom as possibly a big dinner room at some point. These look like they're not dusty or anything like that. These are recently kind of placed here. Lots of tables, and then lots of chairs that are neatly stacked over in the corner, and then shelves, stuff like that.
Brad, I cast light, Brad. I can't see. Yeah, my map's loaded.
Your map's loaded?
Yeah.
You can't see. You should be able to see somewhat. You want to add light to that as well.
Yeah, I cast light up. Yeah.
Fine.
See if it makes the map appear, because it's 100% and I can see your cursors now.
What is this? What is it? It's 30 total, isn't it?
Let me just double check for you, mate.
Quite sure it's 15.
2020.
2020. Okay.
Yep.
20.
See if that works. Maybe that's the reason why. Yep, I can see, but I can't see I can see the map. I can't see Fenton or me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because I haven't got ownership of it.
You say you can't see Fenton?
I can't see my token or Fenton. I can see the map though.
You can't see your token.
No.
I think that's whatever went weird with you a moment ago. So you just quickly bin my screen since you're on there now. Let me take your token out and put it back in.
Sure. I see that it's gone because it's gone dark. Yep, I can see that, but I can't see Fenton.
I think it must have gone weird for you, which made me lose it somehow. But that's what I was trying to do. Was just take it off and put it back on.
So I sit with Fenton wherever he is. Where is he? He's there. Okay.
So while you guys are looking around there, is there anything anyone wants to do upstairs since you're currently all up there? What do other people want to do? It's probably about 20 minutes or so has passed. So Baby Aaron, you're still dancing. 400, you've been dancing for quite a while now. Sammy, you've kind of been a while where different people keep coming up.
Yeah, I've just been, just socialising, saying hello to people as they go past and that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I'm going to go and get a drink.
Okay. Yeah, the dwarf is there.
I'll introduce myself to the dwarf. I'm here. So I say
hello.
hello. Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm having a good time. The drink here is free.
Good.
Always good. Time when the drink is free.
So what brings you here anyway?
I'm just out to enjoy myself and show face for our town, city. Just another member to make sure we've shown face here. Keep the friendly connection between our kind of two nations.
Yes, totally agree.
What brings you here? I hear that you are potentially part of the party of do-gooders.
Yes, I was on all I know, I was on the ship and then I landed on your shores, literally. Helped out where I could.
A terrible fare indeed. Odd whether I hear of the rats all joining together.
No, it's very strange. Like at first I thought druids with the shape-shifting, but no. Very weird.
Shapeshifters as well, I didn't think.
Well, we think. Either that or we were just seeing things. You know what it's like when you get into a situation. Adrenaline pumps. You see things that are not there.
He does look very rugged, as if he's been in a few fights. A couple of scars on his face and stuff.
Yep. So do you live nearby or?
He says, no, I've come from the south. I've come from the city, Dumnuktor. And yeah, it's nice to have a night off.
What do you do if you don't mind me asking?
I run a couple of the mines in the city.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah, family business. They keep the drink flowing. They have plenty of money for the drink, but still, it's nice to have a free drink here.
And that's it. Work hard to play hard, I do believe.
Indeed, and I do work hard.
Been a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you, milady.
And then I go and get a drink.
Oh, where's Quinn gone? I lost Quinn. I was watching.
I'm at the bottom right of the ball.
Oh yeah, I see you hide.
Just every time a waiter goes by, I'm gonna just get a drink.
So time-wise, jump on. Sorry, I'm just moving people.
Yeah, I'll bow to Mary and say thank you for the dance, and I'm gonna go for a wander.
No, thank you, Belgarian. Good dancer indeed. Anytime.
Thank you.
And if you are to be in Lorgard Spires, and you could do with a relaxing evening, then do come by. Sat and
Will
guard.
do. Thank you very much. If we're in your area, we'll certainly give you some business.
Indeed. We can also do with that. Is I supposed to add that now? If I do this while I add them at the top, then potentially you guys, if you attempt to load it, you won't see anything because your characters are not there. But if your characters are there, you will see something. But it means it might be easier for Stuart and Chris. If you're coming back upstairs and yours doesn't load, potentially you can flick between them. Might make the difference on you being able to load to come up, that sort of stuff. Fenton and Leonidas, can I get a perception check from both of you?
Okay. Oh, you're there.
Oh dear.
Oh, this is good. Wisdom perception is 22, Brad.
Fucking hell.
That's good, because Stuart was asleep.
What will he roll?
He's
2.
asked me to keep. Fenton's asked me to keep guard and keep watch out.
And
That's
you
what I'm
are,
doing.
sir. Doing
I
a
am
good job.
indeed. Yep.
Fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, depends if Brad lets you know if you've seen anything or not.
What did you get, Stu?
2.
Your mind's elsewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Slightly
yeah, that's right.
distracted, mate, yeah.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
indeed. Looking at doors opening and closing.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
It's you, Keith. Okay, friend.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just wanted to know what it was.
I think I'm just gonna stand over here and
Is that my
Get
perception roll to
shit-faced.
see whether Sam was a woman?
Say that again?
Said, was that my
No,
perception
you-
roll to see whether Sam was a woman?
No, thankfully you already knew it was, otherwise you probably wouldn't have done. If you didn't know who it was, I would imagine that would have been that you probably wouldn't have known who they were. You don't seem to be too good at that.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on
No.
everything.
So who else? Anyone else want to get anything else? Talk to anyone else?
Nope.
Was there nothing from that perception check, Brad, of 22?
No. I just wanted
Okay,
to
mate.
know what your result was.
Yeah.
I'm just moving people around.
You're just having
With
fun
the-
now, yeah?
Yeah, tell me if there's anyone else anyone wants to do. Talk to anyone and didn't get to talk to anything like that.
I would
Hold
like
on,
to
he got
talk to
22 and
someone.
he didn't notice anything.
I didn't say I didn't notice anything. I just said.
Oh, right, okay.
What your role was for now.
I think I'm just waiting with Fenton until he's ready.
Yeah. Fenton looks a bit in shock.
Yeah.
You two can talk to each other. Well, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can talk. You can
Go
talk
for
to
it.
him.
I can talk at
and
him.
he can- yeah, you can talk at him.
I'll say to him, "See, hope."
Seek
Brad,
hope.
we're on
See,
walking.
hope.
Is that part of the balcony?
I'm
I'm upstairs,
going to say I've got to go.
above the hall.
I can't have all 3 windows open, so I've got 2. Okay. You should be able to see me moving around people. Can you see me moving people around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
then,
moved.
then
Cool.
yeah. Then you're above, and you can see that part down in the middle is obviously looking down. You're looking down on it.
Yeah, I know.
Let me know when you're done, Keith, and then I'll start talking to.
Yeah, go on,
Chris.
go on.
No.
I was just asking if I was on the balcony. That's all.
You sure?
Yeah.
I've been quiet for about probably 10 minutes, Brad.
Okay, 10 minutes apart. People have been shuffling around up here. Adam, are you trying to? You disappeared again. Oh, you're okay. Has your spider been trying to listen in or anything like that?
While I was upstairs for that 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, while you were upstairs. The lady down here has come over to speak to Theodore, and they seem to be kind of conversing about the kind of Southlands as such, kind of almost just catching up on what's the news down in the south, that sort of stuff. From it, you're getting the kind of sense that even though Theodore looks human, you kind of get the sense that he's often down there for some reason, but you're not totally sure why. The conversation, that doesn't really come up in the conversation, but they're talking about those kind of areas to the south. And mostly he's saying to her about that there's not really been many attacks. He's felt fairly safe recently, that kind of stuff. Generally talking about the weather and stuff like that, really.
Right, okay.
I take it you heard most of that, Birdie. Chris, you're muted if you're talking.
I'm muted.
Well,
Sorry.
I didn't hear you say anything.
Oh, sorry.
Or have you ignored him or you're muted?
No, I'm not ignoring him. I did say something. I heard.
Cool.
It's a lot to take in. There's good
A lot.
news that's come of this, that people that I thought were dead are not, including my captain. And bad news that another company was fucking hit. I don't know.
Hard. But good.
Yes.
Good.
I was given a note last night. There was a note waiting for me. So I knew there was someone here that had some information.
Hold out my hand for the note.
I'll pass it over.
Okay.
I'll just read it.
Yep. Give me a sec. Do you want? There you go. You see that?
Oh, yep, I got it. Yeah.
That's what you see.
Yeah. So I knew there was going to be someone here.
Let me take a picture of that. 1 second, Brad.
Yeah, okay.
So I can read it. I think someone said a good word, so I'm going to use that word in that conversation just now. And I'll say to Fenton, there is hope. Not all bad.
Yeah. Come on, Birdie. I feel the need to get fucking drunk. I think I'm going to use some of my winnings on them expensive drinks.
Let's do it. I'm going to try it. Hopefully I'll be able to see Fenton when I go up.
I've loaded, Chris, just for reference.
Oh, I've paused.
Oh, he's paused it.
Pause your.
Roll initiative.
Chris.
Mhm.
I'd send you a message.
Oh.
Don't do it, Chris. Don't do it. It's too late.
Fenton. And I tell him to come back down.
I didn't pause it quick enough. Clearly. He's calling you, Fenton.
I can actually see you now as well, Stu.
Yeah, I've come back down.
And I go to my ear and I ask him to listen. Or do the sign of listening. So I just go to my ear.
I look around. I looked around in all the rooms when I come down here, Brad.
Yeah, most of them are storerooms. So you can see a wine room to the left.
Yeah,
You can
there's
see
a
that's
wine
a
room
lot
and a room with boxes in.
boxes, sacks,
I
stuff
didn't
like
open
that,
the
and
doors though. I didn't notice those.
On the left-hand side door, I go to get a bit of a... See if I can hear anything.
Not that one north of you, Chris.
North of me?
North of where you are now.
Okay.
I didn't mean that left.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Am I going the right way here?
Yeah, that room.
Oh, okay. I'll have another listen out. We'll see if I can hear what direction it's coming from. Tapping.
It was only very short. And as you're standing there, there's nothing at the moment. You can just hear Fenton shuffling around behind you.
I hush Fenton.
Yep, I'm quiet.
And I'll wait. See if I can hear that tapping noise again.
How long do you wait?
I'm gonna wait. I'll wait for about 10.
Okay. Birdie just seems to be standing there, looking around. Fenton.
I still remain quiet.
I'm going to go to one of those bottles on the rack there.
Yeah.
After about 5 minutes. And I'm going to do the same tapping noise that I heard.
Leonidas goes up to the bottle, and Fenton, you obviously watch Leonidas go up to there. You go to tap on the bottle, but rather than tap on the bottle, which would make the sound of glass, Fenton, you hear very, very subtle, and you kind of lean in and you come in closer to Leonidas. And he's not actually tapping on the bottle, he's making a noise with his mouth. And it sounds like a kind of stone kind of tapping sound. And he does it a couple of times and stops, and then a couple of times and stops. But he's not tapping on the bottle, he's just doing it so you can see it. But he's doing exactly the noise as if he was banging something on the stone wall. But he's doing it with his mouth instead. Which you're kind of surprised at. You're just like, oh, okay. But he's symboling to you as if he's tapping for the sake of tapping, to get your attention. He can make the noise. He can make the noise without having to. He basically recreating the noise without thinking.
Yeah, good point, Brad. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mimic the sound basically. Yeah.
And you're just really showing him as if you're tapping, but you're not actually tapping. You're just beginning.
Is it like Morse code or anything like that? Is it a regulated tapping?
He is. You don't speak to him. He's just showing you. You're just seeing him. He just kind of taps off a couple of times with his finger, but doesn't actually touch the ball. He makes the noise, and he does it like 3 or 4 times, kind of once he's got your attention. But he's not doing it in any pattern.
What's going on, Leo?
Make the noise again.
What's that?
I go to pick
I'll
up
make the noise again.
I go to pick up one of the bottles that's in front of him.
Yeah, so the bottle he's kind of pretending to tap on, you pick it up. It just looks like an ordinary bottle of wine.
I go to my ear again and I just go as in the sound that I can hear.
In this sort of thing.
Can I hear a sound at all?
No.
I can't hear anything, Leo, other than you.
1 second, Brad. I can't use that because. Can I use? I'm not gonna. It's not gonna work. I don't think. I think I need a spell will work it. I'm gonna reach out with my telepathic thoughts, Brad.
Yeah.
See if I can feel if there is anyone else within our vicinity, not just.
You're essentially trying to kind of talk and see if you can pick something up, but you're not picking anything up. There's no kind of target as such. There's nothing else to target. All you've really got is Fenton behind you, and you're noticing that, but you're not really picking up any targets.
So it come from this room, does it?
That's where you heard it when you walked back upstairs.
I start slowly going forward and having a look around.
Yeah, so it's a kind of wine cellar as such. Lots of the bottles down here have got dust on them. You see a few kind of missing, as if they're the ones that get taken upstairs, kind of thing. But nothing. There's nothing out of the ordinary other than the wine cellar.
Okay. I'm gonna check. Did I think it come from this side of the wall, Brad? The tapping noise.
You're unsure. You just heard it from this room as such.
Okay. I want to spend some time and investigate the room.
Okay. How long are you going to spend?
I'm going to 1 second.
I still stay with him.
I'm going to cast enhanceability on me, Brad, and I'm going to do. Fox's Cunning on myself.
What's that do? Add wisdom?
No, intelligence.
Intelligence, is that for the perception or
investigation?
Investigation. Okay, cool. I see.
Yeah. I'll mark it off.
Cool. How long was you spending? How much time do you want to put to searching around it?
The whole room. I want to search the whole room, Brad, as much as possible.
But that's what I mean. Do you just want to go over it once, or do you want to spend an extra long time here? How long are you looking to kind of search it for? Just to give it a good once over, or what?
Yeah, very good once over, because it's baffling me. I really want to know because I can't hear the ticking noise no more. And I definitely heard it. I know I'm definitely sure I heard it.
Roll a investigation check. So Fenton, you see him. He looks like he's starting to look around. He's starting to look under.
Can I help him?
Like under the racks and stuff like that. Okay, you can roll with advantage, Chris.
I'm rolling with advantage anyway.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Double advantage.
Double advantage, yeah.
Actually, Fenton, I'll let you roll as well since he's already rolled an advantage.
Well, I got a natural 20, mate.
What's that?
I got a natural 20.
That's good. I got a natural 1.
He's trying to help me, mate.
Fenton's looking at bottles going, there's booze?
I found another bottle of wine, Leo.
Oh, God.
This weren't it, was it? This bottle of wine weren't chinking.
I'm going to move you, Leo. Over on this wall here, you noticed some, just as you're kind of going around, you're looking at the wall, stuff like that, you notice like a small piece of stone kind of chips out and just falls off the wall as you're kind of looking over just around the rack kind of area around there.
Oh. Fenton.
Probably been here for about 10 minutes. Does anyone else want to do anything while they're here? They've been here for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm just going to go for a sec, bud. I'll be back in 5.
I'm just at the top of the balcony listening out, mate. Trying to listen in on conversations if I can.
I want to walk up to this lady when get a minute.
Which one? Oh, this lady. Yeah. What did you say to her?
What does she look like?
She's extremely pale, more pale than you. She's wearing kind of like a black kind of dress with a kind of lacy kind of top part to it. And kind of as you can see, there's got a very kind of small, almost lacy type of mask.
Hello there.
Very, very light blonde hair to the point of almost being white.
Hello.
I'm back now.
She says, hello. Good evening, isn't it?
Good evening. My name is Quinn.
Hello, I'm Lady Beth. Lady Beth Ortona.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I see you.
I've heard of your good deeds in the town recently.
Yes, thank you.
Levi was telling me earlier today.
And how did you get invited to this event? May I ask?
She says I'm a long-term friend of Levi. I'm from kind of far away down southeast. Whenever he throws a good event like this, I'll try to come up.
Well, in that case, would you care to dance?
Oh, sure.
And I'm going to dance again.
Some space over here.
Yep. I'll lead. Hold up my hand.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna blade sing while I dance. Okay, so that's one of your 2 a day, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. So in a way, you're kind of dancing with her, but then every now and again you kind of do all sorts of kind of movements and kind of almost leap around a bit, and it kind of turns into something where other kind of people then just kind of start to look around a bit, and you kind of seem to be getting the attention of lots of people in the room.
Yeah, and I'm just completely like oblivious. Just carry on dancing.
Okay. Who else is here? So, Belgarian, you're up top, aren't you? And
yep.
I'm down here.
And Sammy. So essentially, you see him. You see Quinn. Like what they was doing before when they was fighting. You can kind of see the way they move is really graceful, and it seems to move into. From what you knew of the way they was fighting, it seems to translate perfectly to dancing as well. And you just seem kind of quite taken back by how amazing that they can actually dance. So you carry on with that.
Yeah.
I feel a performance check should determine that.
Okay, roll a performance check.
It's such a wind up, Stu.
Not an acrobatics check that Blaze helps with, maybe.
You can make an acrobatics check instead, yes.
Okay. I get that with advantage because of Blaze Song.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Annie hasn't got a camera. Natural 20.
Here's a natural 20. I'll never use the camera again. That was on the first roll. The second roll was a 5, so.
You seem to be gaining the attention of most people in the room by your dancing. You've almost become the stage, as it were. Everyone seems to be watching you and Lady Beth dancing. Lady Beth is a very good dancer and seems to be putting up kind of considering how good you dance, she seems to be able to kind of keep up with you in as much as she doesn't look outclassed by you. She seems to be doing very well dancing with you. She's very dexterous, and that's how you can kind of tell that she moves in such a way that at times almost seems unnatural. She seems to have such a balance in a similar way that, as I said, seems to compliment you enough, but you certainly have taken over the room.
Yeah, I imagine as we're dancing, we kind of make our way around the room.
Yeah, no, that's very long.
Yeah.
Okay, so back downstairs. So you've been searching around for a while now, Leonidas, and Fenton is just walking around looking at the names of bottles. And they're going, It seems to be getting distracted. But you can definitely see the little chip off the wall when you're just looking around again, and you're kind of focusing on the wall, but nothing else seems to have happened at this point. You've been there probably now for about 20 minutes in total since you've heard the noise come in, done the stuff with Fenton and stuff, and then you've both been searching around now for at least like more than 10 minutes. It's been about 20 minutes since you've been in there.
So it's just a piece of stone that's to come apart, right?
Yeah, it just kind of kicked off the wall and fell down as you was kind of looking around, and you just kind of look up at it, and you don't see any more as such.
Have you found a secret
then
door?
Every now and again, no, it isn't a secret door. If that was with what he rolled, if it was a secret door that he could find with that roll, he would have found it. And that was a very good roll. So,
Is natural rock, right, or stone brick?
it's stone brick.
Okay.
It's like a big, large, almost like breeze block style bricks, big kind of, but they're all smoothed off. The kind of craftsmanship in the house is obviously very, very good, and you can kind of see that even down to the building works down here as well. So it's a bit colder down here, you imagine, because of the sense of food storage, the storage of the wine, and things like that. But yeah, even the floor is the nice kind of grey piles, a little bit overworn in certain areas, but it's still really well made even down here.
Okay. I call Fenton over. Fenton, look.
I'm behind you, mate.
Oh, make me jump. No, I don't really say that. And then I pick up the little stone and I show him. And then
you a stone.
Well done.
Brad,
We've been down here for half an hour, and you found a stone.
I start touching around the actual whereabouts it fell from.
Yeah, it's on the wall from about here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I start actually physically touching it.
Okay, so he's touching the wall near it. So you put your hands there, and like as I said, if there was a trapdoor with that kind of roll, you would have potentially felt outlines, that sort of stuff. Something there would have been more of, like you would have come across a secret door. With that roll, if there was a secret door there, you probably would have found it. It's unlikely I would give you an extremely difficult secret door to find.
Okay.
So yeah, if that was a good enough roll that would find secret doors, and it's not a secret door, you're kind of putting your hands over the wall, and the wall, you can feel it. The brickwork is, you can tell it's a really heavy kind of brick, kind of wall. Obviously, flush kind of thing, with the kind of mortar in it. You're kind of putting your hands over it, and you're not really kind of noticing anything. You would imagine that up the top of one of the corners of the bit of the stone had fallen off of, that sort of thing.
Okay, and is there many different bits of stone? Is that what I heard with the tapping?
No, only the one. As you was going around to that point, there was only the one.
Okay, and I've thoroughly gone around this, have I?
Yeah, you've been about 20 minutes down there now. So
okay, and I've gone around the whole room.
Yeah, you've gone all around.
And no more tapping?
No, not since, no. And Fenton's just looking at you. Fenton's just getting sidetracked by the actual wine and alcohol more often than not.
Are my pockets big enough to snaffle a bottle? In my
yeah,
new
probably.
coat?
You probably get away with one bottle snaffled.
Can I go into this room here?
You go to that door is a kind of, that door and door below you. They're kind of stone doors with a lot of kind of fancy kind of pictures. That one that you're looking at the moment seems to have kind of like depictions of figures on it, and it's a relief kind of stonework carved of the actual door itself. So the door is like a full stone kind of piece, and then there's two doors, and they seem to have this kind of relief of people. Make a religion check.
Is that intelligence? It is, isn't it? I got advantage, Brad.
Yeah, I think it's
Yep. That's 18.
18?
Yep.
You get the sense that these pictures are depicting something like what you would imagine seeing on the walls of a crematorium, burial chamber, that sort of thing. Seems like some sort of funeral-ish sort of depictions of the people there. As you go to kind of do anything on the door, though, the door itself is locked.
So it gives us sort of, it's quite spooky, is it? Feel to it?
Say that again?
Quite sort of death feel to it, is it? Like you would if you go to a cemetery, you know you're in a cemetery, basically, by all the different crosses and angels.
That's what the depictions are kind of showing you, as if it's something like that. That's what the pictures look like. Okay. With like a burial place or something like that.
Oh.
But both doors are locked.
Sorry.
Very heavy kind of doors. Got kind of metal that seems to come out as hinges and stuff. No kind of gaps down and really well made.
Okay. I go into this room here, Brad.
Oh yeah. So this one is like a storeroom sort of room. Lots of boxes, barrels over there, which you imagine similar to the kind of ale barrels that are upstairs. Lots of sacks kind of thing, but generally lots of boxes about.
And since we've been down here, we don't hear no tapping noise.
Say that again?
Since we've been down here, we don't hear no tapping noise.
No, nothing since.
Okay. Just going to quickly check these doors, Brad. Are they very similar to the other two on the left?
Yeah, these ones are a bit plainer. They don't have any kind of obvious signs of anything. They're kind of decorative, but again, big kind of stone doors, similar size, similar kind of, like, you'd assume that the same person made them. Except these ones are more plain.
I tap on that door. The same tapping noise that I heard. I tap on that door, the same tapping noise that I heard with my claw.
You make the same tapping noise on the door itself?
On the door itself, yeah.
What?
Where I'm standing.
Signal to Fenton.
Sorry?
What? Signal to Fenton, that kind of thing? Or you just doing it to the
No,
door?
I'm just doing it. I'm just doing that tapping noise now. Or I'll do it with my beak.
Nothing seems to happen. You wait there for a couple of minutes. Nothing. You don't hear anything in return.
I'm just watching.
Sorry, Fenton. And then I'll say, what can I say? 1 second.
Right.
Okay, then I signal him to then come upstairs again.
Say that again?
I signal Fenton to go upstairs. As in, we're going back upstairs.
Roll another perception check for me, both of you.
Perception is wisdom, isn't it? So I don't get that.
Fucking hell. I found another bottle of wine.
Yeah. That's 13, Brad.
You do hear it again, coming from the same room. This time you hear it at least twice, kind of one after the other.
And Fenton doesn't hear it. He's fucking getting on my nerves.
What's that?
Jesus Christ, Fenton.
Yeah, exactly. I go towards that room again, Brad.
Say again?
I go towards where I hear it again. Oh, I can't move. Oh no, because you paused it.
I'll unpause it.
And it's the same noise that I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, as you get to the door there,
mm-hmm.
You can see now on the wall there is a crack going down the wall where the little stone fell out.
I go, Fenton, come.
Are you sure there's going to be a fucking disabled umbrella, couldn't there?
And I point to him. I point to the crack. I point to the crack. And I show him. Wasn't there before. Is it a big crack? Is it, Brad?
It is. Now, Fenton, you can now see it. It's a crack
Oh,
that's
okay.
coming down. It seems to come from above your kind of height and just seems to disappear all the way down behind the kind of shelves with the racks of wine on them. What are you going to do?
I think we should go get the others.
Yep. I understand, and then I follow Fenton.
Okay.
We go back to get the others. You gonna pause at the end, Brad? No, I'm joking. Let's see if I load now.
Oh, what the fuck? I pressed something on my keyboard somehow, and it's saying that I can't get in. Saying I can't take my token, and I can't update it or something.
Can you refresh your page? It should
Yeah,
put you back
refresh
in.
that note. Still doing it, mate.
Where are you? Have you? Everyone keep. Oh, you're upstairs. Quickly jump up there and see what you've done.
User key lacks permission to update setting.
Weird.
All right, guys. I think I might have to call it now.
Okay,
Okay.
mate.
Like,
Yeah, it's
11:30.
11:30.
And
Yeah, with this going on.
I've got to get up at 5:30, so.
Okay, we'll call it there. Kind of
Yeah.
mid what that was.
Sorry.
Before
Oh,
it
that's
finishes, is Levi still on the balcony above where I am in the main foyer?
No. He's not where you are. As such.
Is everyone going to ruin all my dances?
Yeah.
Okay, so just before we disappear, Chris, where was you heading to?
I was heading upstairs I was following Fenton. I haven't loaded. 59%. Yeah.
Just assume he's with me.
Yeah.
I went this way because just in case Levi was above, I'd tell.
Okay, so you look up and you can't see Levi up there.
Can we go in and tell them and then finish there, or?
No, bear with me a minute, Dave. Just sort of last thing. Where are you? So most of the people are looking at Quinn because Quinn is doing some fantastic dancing, kind of around the room, that sort of stuff. Then all of a sudden, you hear a shout coming from the back. So where Fenton and Leonidas, where you kind of walked into that hall, back the kind of way you come up past the kind of games room, you believe the guard that's out in the garden, you can hear shouting, "We're under attack!" At about the same point when you hear the guard shout, "We're under attack," you see the kitchen staff, all four of you that are still standing in the main ballroom. Immediately, you kind of start hearing there's something. Not sure what it is. Everyone's still kind of captured by Quinn, kind of dancing from Quinn. And at that point is when you kind of see the staff who were in the kitchen come running out of the kitchen.
Brad.
Yeah.
Just so as you know, as soon as I hear we're under attack, I pull my shield down.
Okay, there isn't much. There's not much time in between. I'm literally doing all this as in between.
Cool. I get to jump.
At the point when you hear them shouting is when the point when they're running out the kitchen. It seems to be simultaneous.
Oh no! Some people don't have weapons.
Okay, so I'm dragging ahead a lot around, but I'm not going to do that in a moment. Right. What you see is at this point you're hearing the so Fenton and Leonidas, you kind of hear it. Sammy, you can kind of just hear it. At the same point, you're kind of almost, your attention is on hearing that kind of shout come from there. It's not as clear for you because you're kind of around the corner. For them, they're within the line. But you can just about kind of hear it. You're just doing that, and as you do, you kind of turn and see the kitchen staff running out, kind of screaming. At the same point that's happening, walking behind the kitchen staff is you see these.
Oh, hello.
So, In my world, they're
These-
known as Skaven.
These are fairly large. These look similar to the kind of skeleton size that you found. As they are running, kind of the kitchen staff come running out, and these kind of come immediately out the door, kind of literally with them. As they do, there are some smaller ones who also run out with them, who also look like them ones are armored. Them ones have got shields. You also see these ones who are smaller and scrawny kind of things, got matted kind of fur and everything, kind of almost dribble kind of coming out of their teeth. These are all kind of like, it's 3 or 4 of them who literally come out at the same point when these staff are kind of running out screaming. And as they do, everyone's attention is immediately coming around to this kerfuffle that's happening in the ballroom, even though you've heard that from there. Over on your side, Fenton and Leonidas, you can immediately, you kind of hear this at the back of you, you kind of turn around. You don't see anything at this point. So I'm going to give everyone a kind of roughly an action or so of what you're going to do first. What's the first thing you do?
Is my blade song still active?
Say that again?
Is my blade song? It lasts a minute.
Lasts a minute, so let me roll.
Fenton, your city has a real bad rat infestation.
2 rounds left.
My city.
Mage armor.
Hold on, which one of us has been here the longest?
You.
Yeah, babe.
Yeah, actually, I
So-
think it is, isn't it?
Well, you said what, 6 months, didn't you?
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah.
So you've got an action. What are you going to do? You've heard this. You've seen these people.
I'm jumping off the balcony.
One action.
I told you what I was doing, Brad. I was getting my
Yeah, that's
shield
fine.
down straight away.
You've gone.
Brad,
What's
Mage-
your shield, yeah?
Brad, I draw my dagger.
Okay, so you're just like Leonardo, see you bend down, pick up a dagger, and you come up with a dagger.
I cast
Other
mage
people?
armor.
Okay.
I reach. Go on.
Go on.
I reach my hand to like the sky, and then like shadows are form in my hand, and I use shadow blade, and I summon like a rapier that's like identical to mine, but like made of shadow.
Okay, so you're just like it's just
Yep.
all fading in the light. It's almost sucking the air, the light kind of into it, kind of sort of thing. Bulgarian, you?
I'm jumping off the balcony.
Straight down.
Straight down.
So let me. So I'll get. So
Can I have a
I'll
look
get-
see who's around us, Brad?
Let's see if I
What's
can
that?
still. Let's see if I can still roll. What do you want out of me? Acrobatics.
Roll an acrobatics check, yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
What is that?
15,
15.
that's good.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, that's good.
Jesus.
Let me quickly get your character.
Oh,
This is gonna
monk
be weird.
boy.
Oh no, I know what I can do. I can just add you again.
I don't know what's gone on. This is really weird. Like I said, I put my iPad down, hit a key on my
Right.
bloody my
Just
keyboard.
Just before you go to jump down, something catches your eye before you go to jump. You also see these guys at the window.
Oh, what? Where I am?
Yeah, upstairs.
Oh, I can see where I am.
You can see them through that window. So, do you still jump? You look at, you get to the balcony. You
Oh
go
no!
to
If I
jump,
see him up with me, I shout out. I've got him up here as well, and I go and run towards him.
Okay, so I'm
Damn,
gonna
that was a good
move
fucking
you up.
acrobatics chat. That was.
That was good. What I'd say is, you got up to the top of the balcony. Your feet kind of went over. You see them, and you essentially push yourself back down onto this side of the balcony. That'll
And I
be
shout
your,
Do a
out
forward
what's
roll.
Yeah.
that'll be your good
shout,
roll.
and I shout out what I see and everything.
Okay, so you've got up just kind of behind this guard, and then down. Right, so Quinn has just gone. Got this blade. Ponder's gone. What are you doing, Leonard? So you're not going to get my action yet.
Yep, I'll cast Shield of Faith on Fenton,
Okay, and Sammy's just like.
and then I'm going to start running towards where the weapons are, where he put the weapons away. That door.
Yeah, there hasn't been enough time for you to get much of that done yet.
Okay, cool. But yeah, initially Shield of Faith on Fenton, so you got +2 Stu to your armor class.
I knew I should have bought my dog.
Continue to run out here.
Yeah, you've got a lot of attention out of that as well.
Shame you ain't got like a system where you can call him and he comes running.
Yeah.
Some people seem to be taken by surprise. Some other people seem to be kind of notice those come running out and seem to start running with them. Not everyone, though, only a couple. Rupert and Levi still seem to be standing there. As you kind of look over, you guys are all kind of getting ready, looking over towards where the kitchen is. And at that point, as you're kind of getting your thing ready, as you do, you look over and you just see Levi kind of arch backwards like this, and you just hear this shout of pain. And as you do, you just see this knife come through the front of Levi, and as he's kind of holding that, he just kind of starts to slump down. And as he does, just over the back of his shoulder, especially you, Pondra, you're in a good view to see it. Belgarian, you're also in a very good view to kind of see it. You don't know where it came from, this one. You didn't see it before. What you see is this.
Oh, I can see Bradley at work.
You see this.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And this one just seems to... on the front side, you can now see it. It's a kind of short sword that seems to be almost glowing green. And you just see Levi, as he's slumping down, he just kind of slumps forwards. And as he does, he just kind of... It kind of takes you by surprise. You're not sure what you're seeing. But Levi in front of you just kind of falls to the floor. As he falls, he hits the floor. And you hear almost like a glass shatter. And you just see parts, kind of not body parts. It seems to have turned into something like glass or ice or something, and it just shatters on the floor. And as it does, he's standing there holding the green thing. Obviously, just pulled it back out of him, and that's where we're going.
So it's like he's being frozen in liquid nitrogen.
You have no idea what happened.
No, the effect of the way he breaks.
Yeah, that's what you see. So it's not like you see him. He slumps forwards, and when he falls over, he hits the floor. And as he hits the floor, that's when it just kind of and scatters out, kind of thing, from hitting the impact of hitting the floor. So you have no idea what happened to him. And as I said, you now see that creature I've been showing you standing, kind of ready, literally just pulled out the sword. And as I said, that's where we'll finish. That's why I didn't give you a chance to run. Belgarian, even though you've got a fairly good view over it, you didn't see this thing. This thing kind of popped up out of nowhere.
Okay.
More so in the kerfuffle of what you've seen of all these others coming. You saw them come in, and then you see it at the point when Levi's been stabbed. That's when you see him.
I tell the lady I'm dancing with to stand behind me.
The other thing with this rat that's got the green sword also has like a bone mask. It looks like the same skull as his own, but it's been slightly separated and fused together with kind of like a metal, and it seems to be wearing some sort of kind of leathery type armor from what you can see. And that's where we'll finish for next time.